It is definitely funky to play with an ultra wide monitor, that's for sure.
Oh, it's not 16 by 9?
Oh no, it's 21 by 9.
Ah.
Yeah, it is funky, and it's cool. It's just regular 1080p, but the color accuracy is much better than what I had before. Well, what I still have, but what I used before as my main monitor. It's much more color accurate now. No, I wouldn't say color accurate. It's just, you know, it's a brand new panel, so things are gonna pop, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is definitely neat. I just did like two side by side. It's played the same HDR YouTube video. Although it really isn't HDR because I don't think my graphics card can push out HDR. I think the monitor can do HDR, but my computer can't yet. But it's basically just it's actually an 8K video, but obviously I can't really view it in 8K. But I just played the same video on both the screens at the same time, and yeah, it's definitely better. I'm happy. I showed my mom, and she's just like, "It's that big." I'm like, yeah, and she's like, "I thought it'd be bigger for the amount of money you paid for it." I'm like, "I really didn't pay that much for it. Like, that is cheap." And she's like, "What do you?" And she's like, "No, that isn't." I'm like, "In terms of monitors, $200 is cheap, or well, $300 is cheap." Because I could easily find one for $500. Yours what?
1 second. Let me show you something. I'm trying to install. So right now I have that giant.
Bro, PC building simulator?
Okay, yeah, but look, right there in the middle, that is a that is a CPU core, the big thing with the orange lines around it, and the green outline, or orange out, and the orange. Okay, so the red thing, the big thing with the red outline, that's the little wireframe of orange there. It's a fan I'm trying to install. Now, I already tried installing it the other way.
Yeah.
And that didn't work. It's like I tried putting it in and put it in this and second. And as you can see from the front view, there's total clearance. From the top view, there's total clearance. And then that third image there is actually doing it with the fan first. That by default, the orientation is that if you actually look at it, the thing is not perfectly symmetrical. It's bigger on one side and smaller on the other. And you can see that in that regard, one side, when you try and put it in that way, by default, the bigger side overlaps the fan and not the memory. Whereas as you can see, in the one that opposite orientation, the opposite orientation, you can see that it you can see that by default, the bigger part where the fan is. Now, it is true that the reason it tries to install it that way by default is because by default, the fan inside the thing is supposed to go blow from the small side and then across the large side. But like if I were building this in real life, obviously I could put it in that orientation and I would just take it apart and flip the fan so that it blows in the same in the correct direction as the long direction, right? No, you can't have that thing. And now I'm not sure that, like, for some reasons, I'm going to to the fan there, or maybe over 3 down if I could just put a big giant like big metal decorator.
I just saved that dude's ass.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
It's weird that and got 2 SSDs and Seagate and got 2 SSDs. And Western Digital. Okay.
Huh.
If you were building a PC, and you have
Victory will be ours.
2 M.2s,
And that's 2 slots.
yeah, 2 M.2 slots on your team installed 4 terabyte M.2s with a transfer speed of 320 megabytes per second. Or would you install 2 terabyte 7,100 megabytes per second? Or one of these. Keep in mind, radio SSD, there's an SSD in the database over 1,000 So, SSDs.
I'd
by
install two
standard-
smaller ones that are faster because I don't need that much capacity.
Okay, well, let me tell you right now that I just went and measured how many gigabytes everything. It'd be nice to
Huh? Sorry. What happened?
Well, I said that, like, keep in mind, just like
More effort.
all of the games that I own total out at
90 gigs each.
yeah, well, the total of all my games is somewhere around 2 terabytes, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's two speeds. It's 4 terabytes at 3,200 megabytes per second, and 2 terabytes at 7,100 megabytes per second. But normal SSDs right now, normal SATA SSDs are. But it's like 6 gigabits per second.
Yeah.
So if I take 6 gigabits per second,
6 gig a second. I honestly don't do.
okay, a normal SSD
There's 6 gigs a second.
a 750 megabytes per second. So the two numbers we have are 3,100 for 4 terabytes and 7,100 for 2 terabytes. And normal SSDs, normal 2.5-inch SATA SSDs are only 7,500. So even the 4
Yeah,
terabyte
NVMe is faster. M.2 is faster. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so much faster that is doubling it, but losing half your volume worth it? Is it better?
No,
to
because for
have-
me, it's honestly not. Well, see, here's the thing. My games, I have survived all of my games, which I don't have a lot. That's the thing. I have a 500 gigabyte drive, my computer right now, and my operating system's on that. I only have one drive.
Yeah,
So honestly, I would prioritize speed over storage because I know that I can limit myself on the amount of storage I use.
the 4 terabyte one is 4.3 times faster than a regular SSD. Already.
Well, we're factoring in price too, right? Or is that not a problem?
It's not a problem right now
Okay.
in this thing. I also can't actually see the prices in this mode.
Well, honestly,
Right.
okay, this
So-
is what I do personally. I do both.
Right.
I would
Because
get
to
my
me-
NVMe for something that, like, games that I use all the time, that I do on a daily basis, that I want to load the second I do them. And then I'd use the SATA for games that I use maybe once every other day, but I still use often because it's still ridiculously fast.
Yeah, because
And
like,
then I
if you
go
think-
the cheapest one, and I get like a freaking 8 terabyte hard drive for like all
yeah.
of my stuff that I just want to keep and never get rid of, but I'm never gonna use it for like maybe once a month, or it's just like
Well, yeah.
archives.
because that's kind of what I was talking about. Is that yes, I could get 2 of the smaller ones, but to me, because we're already talking like so the faster
Well,
one.
and it's
was
also
half-
you have to make sure your processor can actually even utilize the speed in the first place. Kind of. That's gonna
Okay,
be a
well,
factor as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, but this is purely just me doing stupid stuff because I
Yeah.
can, and I have like the best CPU in the world
Yeah.
in this game in here.
Honestly, me
The best-
personally, I'd go exactly what I said. Is I'd buy just as much
Yeah.
as
Those are the two- I
NVMe
put up
for
3
like the stuff
options.
that I use all the time.
Yeah, I did suggest like 3 options is either the 8 terabytes, 4 terabytes, or 6 terabytes. 6 terabytes being one of each, right? And to me, I think it's not really between like all 3 of them. I think if money wasn't an object and I was
Yeah.
building this thing that I'm building right now, I would not pick the 4 terabyte option, especially considering all my games already across all my drives are a whole 2 terabytes, a whole one of those SSDs. Of course, they would not all be on that one SSD. It'd be spread out across a main drive, a main game drive, and a big storage were like all numerous small ones that actually they secretly go, right? But right, so yeah, and so like I'm thinking exactly agreeing with you. Is so it's really between 8 terabytes or 6 terabytes. In which case, trading out one of those 4 terabytes for a 2 terabyte, still having a 4 terabyte, considering the 4 terabyte is 4.3 times faster than a normal SSD, and the 2 terabyte one is 9.5. Right.
Enemy's getting first kill.
So that's what I would do.
Your team is leading.
Is like I would take the really fast one that's smaller, and that would be my main drive. So that when I turn on my computer, it boots really fast, and then all my main really important games and stuff goes there. So my computer is very fast to use, and the stuff I like the most are very fast to use. And then I would have this slightly slower, and then yeah. Anyways, let me just...
I am comfortable sitting like this. So a lot of people ask me, how the hell you sit like that, bro? I just killed 3 people because they all bunched together. Let's go. Oh, that guy can quick scope.
Now, if I could ask you actually that question again, what because basically it's either I get a fan 83 cubic centimeters flow rate plus
I just murdered 4 people. That was like the most clutch ever that I've done. That was so freaking ridiculous. I can't even believe I pulled that off. That was crazy.
Because like if we were being real,
Oh,
you
there
would
are
want
2.
is you would just do this one at the highest flow rate, because sure, one with 2 fans that's slightly smaller, that has a slightly lower flow rate. This one's 171, 60 with 2 fans and less thermal mass. And then I could throw in that extra fan with 83 flow rate. But then you've got a channel, and they're like right up next to each other, especially the right beside each other, of 2 fans flowing 160 cubic centimeters through, and then your last fan there is flowing 83 centimeters through. They're not like sure, probably the 2 fans might be like, you know, are probably like actually a 100 cubic centimeter flow rate, and their flow rate, they do get up to 160, but they're not gonna get 100. And then they're obviously going to have a higher than 83 cubic centimeter flow rate. They're also going to be bottlenecking it, right? So in actuality, with that, it might actually going to get worse than if you two-fan system. The other thing is that if we're being realistic about it, that two-fan one is not only smaller, but it has 2 fans and then the metal. Whereas this one is bigger and only has 1 fan and has a higher flow rate. And the reason it has a higher flow rate is because of how much bigger it is, which allows it to have more going through. And finally, because it's so much bigger, it's got a lot more metal mass. That means that when this gets really hot really quick, it can absorb a lot of that heat into the metal.
Are we
and
talking about a
release it.
freaking air cooler though? We are, right?
Yeah.
Or you could just solve all your problems and get an AIO and not have to worry about anything.
No. Actually, fuck you. No. First off, it's an AIO, so it's not that simple. Believe it or not, hear me out, okay? And I don't mean hear me out because I've got a controversial idea. I mean, listen to me.
No, I'm
with the
listening. I'm
facts,
listening.
Right? I'm not demeaning you when I say that. Anyways, problem with AIO is, unlike a custom water cooler, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to be performing maintenance on it, right? But when you realize that, it's actually the world's biggest downside. Because 9 out of 9.01 AIOs are not designed to be, or even are period, user serviceable. Because one
Okay,
thing.
then they get a freaking custom.
Okay. Point is,
I mean, I would have said that, but then I thought you were gonna say no, because then that's too hard. And that's even more work on me.
What? Oh, this is a game where it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, I mean, there's different things between what you would do in a game and what you would do in real life. Because, I mean, the first question you asked me is if you were building a custom computer. So, I'm basing it off of what I would do if I was building a custom computer.
240s. 240s. And then airflow. The highest airflow. I do an airflow. Now, there is an argument to be made that technically, with a water cooler, yes, you actually could have a larger thermal mass, but it's kind of like half a dozen of one of another, right? So with that specific air cooler, it is bloody fucking massive. It might as well. It might as well be a passive cooler without it. Throw in a giant fan, infinitely better, but it's so big that it would be an extremely good passive air cooler, and it's technically secretly a water cooler because it has those pipes that have water in them, except at a really low pressure, so that they transmit temperature really, really fast, right? So it's got that giant metal mass with those extremely efficient heat pipes, right? That's what they're called, heat pipes.
Yeah.
That just transfer the heat.
I
right
know what a
into the
heat
thermal
pipe is.
right? Now, that's a massive thermal mass for that one. But with a
Which
water
one are we
cooler,
talking about though?
the 171 cubics, the 171 CFM. This big giant, the Silverstone He01, which is this big.
I mean, I'm not looking. I'm playing CS:GO.
Oh, I'm not even sure. it's like the size of the whole motherboard, which is an ITX motherboard, I'll admit, but it's the size of the whole motherboard. I know you're playing, so don't like go out of your way to look. Anyway, right. So
Well, my rule of thumb is it Noctua? And then if you say yes, and I'm like, okay, it's good.
Yeah, big old thing. Tons. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heat pipes, which is actually technically 12 heat pipes, right? And so that's a lot of thermal mass. Now, with a water cooler, you would you can, if you made it so, you'd have to make it so, have a larger thermal mass. If there was more water, more heat storing material of water in your loop, you would typically have higher thermal mass. The problem is, you gotta remember that with it, you would be using a CPU water block. And so that block, yes, the transfer of heat from metal to water is faster than from metal to air, but you have a smaller thermal mass in that one metal, but a bigger thermal mass in the water overall. So it would kind of even out. It would take thermal throttle. It would take thermal throttling a little tiny bit worse right off the bat, but then in the next, little bit of the thermal throttling, it would perform better. And then in the long term, it's not it would be hard to say which one would do better in the long term, but in the immediate, the air cooler is going to do better at thermal throttling. In the long term, water cooler is going to be better. Now,
How is air going to do better at thermal throttling? Because you have to heat up all of that water
It's not the air.
to
It's
thermal
not
throttle.
the air. Oh wait, how would the air do better? Okay, it's not the air, it's the metal. So what we're looking at is a
Yes, but you also have a bunch of water.
Yes, but okay, here, let me explain what I explained, but more clearly. So on the air cooler side, what you have is a giant metal thermal mass with heat pipes to quickly conduct to the metal, and there's nothing that conducts faster than heat pipes. Let's be real.
Yeah,
On the other hand, you have hello.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Sorry about
right.
that.
So what you're
Yeah, no,
looking
there's
at
nothing
is
better
a
than
very,
there's nothing better than
large-
heat pipes. They're like freaking, and if there is, then I don't know about it.
Yeah, there's nothing better than heat pipes, right? So you've got very large thermal mass with a ton of heat pipes immediately pulling it away and putting it into that metal thermal mass. Those are the two.
Okay, I do see where you're coming from, but
Right?
you're also going to
Whereas
get the
the
same with you have a full reservoir of water. I know that it won't
Okay.
be as immediate, but it will
No.
also
So
be similar.
that's what I'm saying. That's literally what I said. Whereas the water, you have a small little like copper heat sink that's going to take it right off of the CPU, and then it's going to put that into the water, and then the water is going to carry that away, and the water has more. You can, if you made it big enough, have more thermal mass to store, right, overall, but. And so that's why, in the immediate, the Silverstone HV01 is going to get heat off of the CPU faster right off the bat. But then it's going to get saturated and have probably faster. But here's the thing. Remember, at the end of the day, all water coolers is that the only thing they actually provide to you is their thermal mass. Because once the water it takes the heat away from the CPU, it then has to take that heat to the radiator, and the radiator is a thing where you pump the water through like small capillaries that then take that heat and put it into metal, which is then blown across with a fan. And so the rate of getting and so that's where airflow comes in. At that point, you can look at only that link of the chain and do a one-to-one comparison with an air cooler. So if you have an air cooler with a total net airflow of 171 CFM versus a water cooler that only has a 120 CFM, at that bottleneck, the air cooler outperforms the water cooler. Not saying that the air cooler outperforms the water cooler overall, but at that bottleneck in actually getting the heat off of the components of the of the PC and into the air so that it can be taken away from the PC. This specific heat, if you have a higher flow rate, then at that bottleneck, and for the components of it, if I go and look at the custom water cooler, the highest CFM that I could fit in this, I would have to take out these two here and put the radiator in the bottom here. Otherwise, I'd be only running a 120. Definitely not going to perform better. And with that, the highest CFM flow rate I could get, which is actually getting it out of the computer, which once you saturate which will, if you have more thermal mass, take longer. The water cooler, if it has the same CFM, it's going to pretty much perform the same, right? And so I can get a higher CFM on that thing. And now if we're looking at this in practice, if you were saying you're going to be doing big video edits, your processor is just going to be like crunching numbers, or if you're going to be doing long, high loads where you're getting a lot of heat out over a long period of time, you're going to want to go water cooler, and you're going to want to get a big water cooler. Now, if you actually look at the case that I'm working with here, I'm actually working with a relatively smaller form factor. All of the fans are 120s. There's no 140 fan slot on this thing, right? So I'm not really able to fit in a lot of thermal mass of water. There's a limit to that. And the limit to that thermal mass isn't going to be much higher than the thermal mass of that 171 cooler. And then finally back to bringing up the use case again. Long, high loads, yeah, you're going to want a lot of thermal mass. That's going to be what's more important to you than actually getting the heat out of the system.
Long sessions,
right?
yeah.
Right? Because
what are we talking about?
PC cooling, CPU cooling, right? But if you're going to be doing something more along the lines of gaming and personal use, and we're not talking like science, serious crazy number crunches, we're talking like Cinebench level intensive processes for long periods of times. If we're just doing gaming where and stuff and pretty much anything that isn't like super work
CPU intensive.
Yeah. What the kinds of loads that you're going to be putting on your CPU are going to be erratic. They're going to be up and down, right? You're not unless you're doing something that it's 100% for the next couple hours, right? You're gonna be like 100% back down to 50%, 100% back down to 50%, right?
Yeah.
Right. And for that, if that is your use case, what you care about the most is not just the thermal mass. Actually, screw the thermal mass. What you care about in that case
is getting it away
getting
fast.
The heat off of the CPU and getting the heat off of the component. And so what you care about there is not thermal mass, but heat transfer. And if you build a water cooler that used based around heat pipes, then maybe you'd have a good argument that could transfer heat faster. But I'd still argue that if you're gonna have like proper regular old water, not pipes all the way. Because if you think about it, heat pipes is just secret water cooling, except way better. Because they don't leak. Unless like you screw around or damage or kink them, they will not leak over time. Right? They will, or at the very least, they'll have like 1,000 times the lifespan of an AIO, right? And so for that reason, and it's but yeah, that's what water cooling actually like. Water cooling provides you thermal mass. Heat pipes provides you thermal transfer rates. And for, you know, even though this is completely fictional and I'm doing fun, stupid stuff for the sake of doing fun, stupid stuff, I'm not pretending to build a supercomputer. I'm pretending to build a gaming computer. And from that perspective, going with the higher thermal mass, you know, faster heat transfer, well, not higher thermal mass, sorry, the high thermal mass, potentially higher because it's a small space, you know, putting all of the pieces of the puzzle we've been talking about together. I think that's probably the way to go, you know. And so that's why I didn't even water cooling in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, water cooling is for long, high loads. Like, for instance, friend, like Blender. Like, that's gonna be key.
Yeah, Blender. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
But if you're gonna be doing games like I was talking about, you don't need to have a liquid cooler. Although you would be OP.
Well, I mean, one thing that I would need a liquid cooler, and well, I mean, I guess I would do liquid cool only because I could also cool the graphics card as well, and do it all at the same
You're
time.
saying custom loop?
Well,
Yes. I would not do if we're talking like serious air. It would have to be a custom loop.
Yeah. But yeah, because here's the thing: is if you were doing water cooling, you don't build a small computer.
No. You get a
Also
full
because
tower. That's what I'm doing.
The kind of computer that you would build that you would want to water cool is going to be something that you're going to want to have. That you're going to want to have a big computer with a lot of storage, most likely, for all of this the work that you're going to be working with. And if you're going to make a big computer, you're going to want it to be a big computer to hold a lot of water, to hold a lot of thermal mass, right? And I'm building a small, super powerful build, and in these cases, I'm going to be, you know, better off with it with air, you know.
Yeah.
It.
Take a look at my cave when I send a picture.
Because like, because you could, in theory, build a thing once. You could technically build a quote-unquote custom water cooling system, where instead of water coolers, instead of water with regular pipes and all the water cooling shit, instead it's all just heat pipes, right? And you're running heat pipes into a heat pipe radiator and blowing fans through it, and that's what this is. That's what this giant. It's really just a radiator, and the heat pipes are the water cooling.
There you go, Pyro. Here's my case.
Oh yeah. Like if you go with custom water cooling, that's not really a bad choice. I would never do it, especially not long term, because just like if I built pretty much the exact same loop with basically the exact same components in a custom water cooling system, I'd have better results most likely, because those things aren't unless you've hit the jackpot, those things aren't designed to be serviceable, and they actually do quote unquote leak, evaporate, lose water pressure, and build up air over time.
They're not supposed to be serviceable, but I mean, it's not like you can't if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Now, the average person, no, they're probably not. They're probably just going to buy a new AIO, which is, I mean, that's not like that's a stupid idea. You know, that's not a terrible idea just to buy a new IO. Because honestly, let's be real,
I
they're
mean,
not that
especially-
expensive.
Especially if it's
you
going
know?
to be better than your older AIO was
Yeah.
when you bought it.
And I mean, like
you
an
know, it's
AIO
best-
versus custom, like you can literally buy a whole AIO for the price of just the freaking pump.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, cause like if
Wow,
you're
bro,
doing
Elijah, Rec Room on an ultra wide. This is strange.
But like, I mean, if your CPU use is kind of like in between the or close to the realm that you would want a higher thermal mass like that, you know, it's not the worst choice. It's not, you know, it's not like an objectively bad choice.
Oh,
But, like,
Rec Room wasn't
you
meant
know,
for this.
if you went with an actual like custom loop where you actually had a separate pump and a separate reservoir, you would have a
Outside of
lot
the
more
case?
thermal mass and
Are you saying outside of the case?
no, inside the case. You'd have a reservoir inside the case, and you would have a pump inside the case, or a pump reservoir. That's fine. That like a separate pump and separate reservoir in the case is fine.
Why would you do
or
that?
having
That's
them the
just
same
taking up
is
too
good.
much space. That just takes up a lot of space. Oh no.
Space, put
Oh
a
my
beautiful
gosh,
glowing,
oh my gosh,
glowing,
Rec Room sucks.
RGB
Dude,
radiator.
did you hear that I wasn't speaking just now? Like my whole computer just froze. Cause that's how
Oh.
bad Rec Room is. That's literally just how bad it is. It's so not freaking optimized that it lags any computer. It even lagged Elijah's.
Hey,
But
you remember the USMCSO's name base?
but no, because here's the thing: is
Oh, it lagged
is te-
again. Oh my
is
gosh.
technically
Gosh.
in you know with an AIO, the pump. So objectively, first off, the pump is
What
inside
the hell?
of
That button on the
the-
scoreboard.
What
is
are y'all doing in
inside
this map that's like?
yeah, this is my new building.
block, which
Oh,
active
Clear.
as having just
Hmm.
a CPU block
Computer.
and having your pump away from your
And I'm on a
CPU block.
laptop.
And
I'm on,
next,
like a
with
free
Now in
custom-
mine,
Oh, and yours is
Encoder overloaded. Oh shit, hold
yes,
on.
mine is in MSI ones. It is actually on top of. So
Oh,
the way my
okay, that is
my
better.
navigator is set,
That is better.
topmost
Now I'm doing
fan
too many
is in the
things, too many
center of-
tasks at one time.
Yeah, but so that's good.
No, it's because the
but
Rec Room's not meant to. No, Elijah, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. I know why my computer's bugging out so much. Guess why?
What?
Rec Room
Why?
wasn't built to be displayed on an ultra wide, so the sides are just stretched. And it's causing
On the scoreboard
issues
to play.
because it's trying to
There you
figure
go.
out how to render like a whole 5 inches worth of panel. That's not supposed to be
I mean,
there.
Pyro, my cable management is.
Oh, his cable management look makes you want to just.
How dare you?
What do you think?
Well, oh, okay.
Wait.
Well, I kind of want to finish what I was saying, but here, let me just quickly finish what I'm saying.
My bad.
Point is, you don't have a reservoir, and
Bro, you got
and
this
a
place full of
reservoir
people.
helps a lot.
Golly.
Just like it's
Mhm.
really
Okay,
you know, like I said, you know, the maintenance, you know, when you can build air bubbles, which those things just
You want me to put
slowly
that in
build
my
up
bio?
micro air bubbles throughout the whole thing, and they usually fill out.
Do I
the
gotta
radiator the most,
Change my
and,
bio.
and basically act like a clog.
People should freaking know me, bro.
Slowly get that.
Start button on the scoreboard to
Are
play.
you? Hold on.
But as for your cable management, so I've only really ever looked at
It's me, Harry
the
Yeager.
last
I know who it is. I can hear your voice, bro.
So I'm just gonna pretend that the second picture you sent.
All right, this
didn't
room you own it.
Look at image, the last image you sent.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's yours. Give me freaking mod. That's the easiest. Gosh darn stinking thing. Okay. You know what? I have an idea that makes every single one of these military bases in Rec Room so much better. Because honestly, it's kind of stupid to make people change their bio, even though it's the best way of doing it. I have a better way. It's called you make
Yeah,
a text
Here's a better
gizmo.
one that I sent.
You make a text gizmo, and you have a list of everyone that is registered on that text
Friend, what's
gizmo, and
going
only
on?
people
Press the
with the
start
maker
button
pen
on the
can
scoreboard to
obviously
play.
access the text
Friend, are you
gizmo.
talking to us?
No, I'm talking in the game I'm playing.
Oh, I
No,
apologize.
he's not. Just turn his volume down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way,
are
people
you,
don't have to
currently
change their
Friend, I'll let you know
bio.
when I'm turning you back up. Okay, so.
And
streaming right now?
am I
Oh
screaming?
wait. Oh, you're moving.
Oh yes, I am.
Hey, what's your motherboard? by the
So
way?
that's
No,
what you would do
stream,
is
by the way.
My motherboard
instead
is a
you would
MSI
just
Tomahawk B550.
give me 1 second. I just
Wait.
gotta freaking.
Wait, what do you mean you're not moving
it's
cases? Because there's your
AMD.
motherboard in a different case.
Okay.
Right. So
What
my
you should do
the original
is
case
put
that I
yourself
bought
here.
was that small one.
Give me. Just make it to where a host can have maker
Yeah,
pen.
know- I don't know
With
why I-
mounting my
You're a mod, but
radiator when I mounted
okay.
my radiator on the top. It
All right,
hit
this is what we
my
do.
RAM
Because I had this
slots,
idea in a dream
and I
last
couldn't
night.
fit the
No, I'm kidding.
fans
I'm kidding.
on the
Actually, no,
bottom
I'm
of
not
the
kidding.
radiator.
I did have this idea just now.
And I
Or
Press
well,
the start
yesterday.
button on the
Right,
scoreboard to
where
play.
is a good place to put a text where everyone's gonna see it when they first
Get a
enter?
new case. So I bought the bigger case. It's a full tower versus a
In here.
What are the advantages?
Actually, hold on, I got
They're good. Compact
like
size.
right here. I'll put one right
They
here.
have like 6 barriers, right?
You know what? Don't worry about it. It's honestly, it's not. Hey, hello. Are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It took you a while.
Right, but like if I want, I'm gonna talking about your cable management. First off, using the gaskets. I'm not gonna look closely at them right now. I'm just gonna mention that you're using gaskets. Great. Okay. You've got the
What the fuck?
up and behind and then over and down. Cool. That's good. I see you've got
Press the start button on the scoreboard to play.
pin or whatever is coming around through the gasket there. Good, cool. I see a lot of the motherboard along the top, like I see some of them and they go off and do their job, which is nice and makes it look clean. It's with an AIO sometimes proper good-looking tube management is hard, and that
After you want to get trained, or you here just fuck around?
Actually, you know what, Jaeger?
Now,
You know what I can actually do?
Okay,
I
what?
thought you were on my left side.
You know what I can do?
anyway,
Here's the best
right.
idea, Jaeger. Guess what it
Holy
is?
shit. Yeah, because I wasn't gonna talk about.
I can make it to where when you train somebody, you take them to a button. When they press that button, their name gets added to a list.
Okay, so
Good idea, right?
those
Button over there
tables
that
that were
train,
sweeping over the fence, they
do that.
still sweeping
Press the start button on the scoreboard to play.
The only thing is, people are gonna have to regularly. I think you can set it to where the room gets saved every certain amount of minutes.
right of the
Do
third
that.
picture.
No, after every event, I'll just save it.
The radiator.
Okay, or do that, because obviously you have to save it for the names to save. Okay?
Ross
That way people
over
don't have to change their bio, and you have a long list of everybody that has been trained. Good idea.
It's not exactly clear.
And people will
what they're
just
doing.
figure that out and try to hit the button. a bunch of times.
No, you can make it to where.
Two of them.
Actually, wait, no.
Mm.
Wait, no.
The back of the case
I remember,
wall, right hand
it's a chip
side of the case.
type thing.
Then goes
Well, I
inside
can
the
make it to where you have to have one
That's
person press it, like a certified trainer. All right, here. I have an idea. I can make a training
I know
role.
that type of thing.
I can make a role to where it's like
Oh, yeah,
you get a role that's labeled you as trainer. Okay, so you can train people, and only the trainers can press the button. When they press the button, the person that's standing in a trigger volume has their name added.
I actually have a different idea.
What?
It's where, say, if someone who's trained, there's a button over there that says attached to a roll chip that says trained.
At the top more.
And if a person that's trained spawns in over there, and they still have that roll chip attached, they respawn on.
I did that to
They
get it out of
respawn
the
in
way.
the medical bay.
Moving some tables.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just I'm just saying I'm gonna make a role to where it's people that are trained.
What's that thing on the back of
and
your,
people that aren't trained.
motherboard there in the first
Okay.
picture?
Okay, and then I'm gonna make a big old trigger volume that when people cross the line, it'll either say trained or not
and it's
trained.
magnetic, and I'm like, hey, this is
Okay.
the perfect spot for it.
That way you don't have to
And
like
on the
make
back of
people
the
change their
screen-
bio because honestly it's kind of ridiculous. It's so overused by now.
Okay, let me explain.
So I'm gonna do that.
something to you. Here's how
Yeah,
And the
it's
way
fucking helpful.
it is, but it's kind of easier to have a big old bright ass either green trained or red not trained.
Yeah, but with someone who's used to owning a fucking military and has to check bios every goddamn 2 seconds, and you change something like that, that's gonna mess me the fuck up. You do realize this.
I don't give a shit
You
about.
should think about other people.
I am
You don't
thinking
give a
about
shit
every
about-
other person that doesn't want to change their freaking bio to join your game because it's kind of bullshit. Because maybe they don't want to change their bio. Have you ever thought about that?
Well, too fucking bad. Don't give fucking trade them.
Well, then I don't give a shit about what you want and how you want to check people's bios because I have a better way of doing it.
And you just put
So how about you shut the fuck up and stop being an asshole? I'ma kill the guy.
the
I'm gonna
electric-
ban him.
like I'm only freaking out because you said it was the perfect spot. It is like
sorry, you cut out for me for a minute.
oh no, I've just been. Are you sure? Because I've just been like kind of appalled.
Oh, here's another picture of what the back of that bracket looks like. I know, yes, the magnet is there, but did you get that picture, last picture?
Not yet.
Oh, it's still uploading. Okay, it's going. Just trying to upload.
Like, yeah, we got like crazy magnetic proof technology nowadays, but like, I would say crazy, I mean crazy compared to like what it was 10, 15, and 20 years ago.
Yeah, so then here, it finally uploaded the last one.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
it's that little metal thing, yes.
Honestly,
It was just, I
honestly,
needed a
there
place
is
to
a
put
worse
it
place you could put
quickly.
it. There's a worse place you could put it. On top of your, on top of a hard drive, that would be a worse place. Or on top of a,
Oh, my hard drives.
so, or even on top of your solid state drive would be stupider than where you put it.
Yeah, that's true. I need to get shorter motherboard cables. Do you know of a good brand that would have decent motherboard cables?
Oh, what do you mean? I don't know.
Like,
I
The
I
24.
love cable management, and let me just say, what you have done is not called cable management. It's called hiding the mass murder I committed behind a wall of metal.
Right.
And pretending that I know what I'm doing when it comes to cable management. But
that's true.
I mean, like, and I specify pretending and not having no idea, because you've like done cable management things back here. It looks like, I think, or I could just be imagining it, but I believe so to some degree. You've done some like, oh, I'm gonna do it this way on purpose to do it better. But
I'm gonna be upgrading to the Corsair 7000D case.
7,000D.
It's basically another.
Yeah, both of
Yes,
us
it's
are
basically a
upgrading to the
full tower.
7000.
Brian's saying something.
Yeah, I was
What-
saying
what-
I was
what-
saying
I'm
that we're
turning you
both
up.
getting the 7,000.
What?
We're both
yeah,
getting the
okay.
7,000.
Ah,
I just heard you mention
Wait.
that. I figured I'd say that as well.
oh, okay, yeah. You know, I always forget that, like, full tower, like, cause, you know, couple 100 years ago, a couple decades ago, PCs were the sizes of rooms. And so when we started doing when we started creating the standardizations that we still use to this day, like ATX and what a mid tower is and a full tower is, they're still pretty big. And so, you know, when I hear full tower, I think mid tower, right?
Well, mid tower,
okay,
just
sure.
an easy friggin' way of knowing mid tower is it has 2 fans in the front, and full tower has 4 at least.
No. No.
Well, I'm
this is a
just saying the
full
ones that
tower.
I've seen, like mine, I only recognized
Look
it
at
being a
my
full tower
case.
because it had like 4 freaking fans.
Mid tower is two. It usually has like sometimes it has 1 fan.
There.
You know,
Okay,
you're
Hey,
not
yo,
gonna
Slim
like
G.
if it- or
If you
for
got
example, it
banned
might have
or
like
blocked
stuff
slash
on the
blocked,
front and
it
then
would,
only
it
have
would
1
show up on
fan.
the screen.
But
You got banned
mid
slash
towers can have
blocked.
3 fans and
It
full
did.
towers can have as few as 3 fans.
Well, no, you were not banned or blocked.
But it popped
Oh,
up.
from the
You have
room.
been banned from this room. You can no longer join.
That means from that one specific version of the server.
Yeah, I know
Server
that.
thing. You can
Yeah.
join in other versions.
I burnt
Yes,
out
but you're
well
in that
the-
version,
to
so
have
it'd
2
be
motherboards.
pointless. I know I can join in other
My first
versions, but why
motherboard,
would I do that if you're
I
in the
was
version
fooling
I'm
around
trying to
with,
get to?
the RGB controller that
Well, that one's an event.
that I had.
So,
Okay, well,
well,
you're
yeah.
realizing that it doesn't make any
I
sense to go to a new version. I'm just gonna be there by myself.
The power pin on the motherboard.
Point is, why is he
could
such a
just do
dickhead?
work there.
And then in the
Yeah.
documentation of the
Like,
camera,
I'm having a
there's
genuine good idea. Not
there's
everyone
an either
wants
or
to change their
option. You
bio
plug in
to play
either
your
to
game.
the
It's
power supply,
unnecessary.
or you plug
It's
out
much
to the
easier to press a
motherboard.
button. And
Plug in
if
both
they are
and
a
destroy the chip
freaking
on the motherboard.
trained person, it shows up
That's
trained.
electronics
If they're not
101, dude. How
not
old were
trained,
you?
I've seen much larger freaking bases than he
was-
could ever imagine
I was doing it
building
early in the morning, so I
have
wasn't
done
really
that
coherent,
because it's
and, like,
honestly smarter
totally
than making
thinking what I
someone
was
change the
doing.
bio.
It was
Future
when I
military and
was-
TGR.
Had it been last
Yes.
TGR? TCR?
Jeez,
Hell,
dude,
even the
like,
one uses the
honestly,
freaking little
electricity
gun
101.
thing. You shine it on somebody,
yeah,
and
I
it
didn't
gives
put
you
a
everything
two
about
together
them.
that they
Future
were both
military.
inputs.
Check
Yes.
your rank.
And that
That's if
you're
you're
Imagine running.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
like, why is that such a
and,
bad idea
with
to not let people
speakers
change their bios?
and your
I don't get it.
Honestly, the thing that
or whatever that does
the thing that allows you
And
to
you're running
respawn inside
on-
space, if you
and
ever
you're
join,
running
I got
on,
that idea
on-
from TGR,
on,
TCR, however you
whatever
pronounce
the
it.
ticket
Well, I mean,
was
I
on,
can
because
easily
saw
do the whole
something,
respawn
my
thing.
brain is
That's
crashing.
the easy part.
Analog.
And imagine plugging them into 2 different houses. So you've got.
It's the
so
fact
you've
that
got your
he
what'd you
wants
say?
to. I don't know why he wants to make.
Analog,
I don't
yeah.
know why he
So-
wants
so
to have
you've
to check
got
every single
one
person's bio. That's
thing,
even
your
more work
music
than what I'm trying to do.
box Plugged into one house, and then
I
an
say
aux
he's
cable
just being an
plugged
asshole.
into a
So I'm
speaker
gonna get him
that's
banned
plugged
from the
into
game
another
for like
house.
2
You're
hours.
gonna have 2 different
So
ground
whatever.
signals that are vibing at 2 different frequencies, and you're gonna get a fuck ton of noise and static between the 2 of them. You already get tons of
Oh, yeah.
static
So
when you run an aux cable because you connect their grounds in a big loop, and any imbalance of the grounds being different through the 2 different devices causes the current flow through the ground
Alright,
in
so,
one direction, which
Diego,
is
what are we
gonna
wanting?
cause a vibing and humming, and then thinking. that
'Cause
it
hell,
would
I can
not
make
be
this thing be
a
freaking
idea to
amazing.
Plug them into 2 different houses. We already have enough of a problem plugging it into the same outlet.
Please don't tell me you have a bunch of room creators for this. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude. Yeah. You don't want to hear how my house is wired.
Why do you have a bunch
Oh,
of
my
room
soul,
owners
it
and not
is
just
so
freaking
bad.
mods?
I have 2 power strips plugged in to one outlet that is also tied into
that guy kind
all
of
the
kicked a lot
upstairs
of the
electrical,
mods.
which is all on one
Who?
circuit breaker.
The guy that just pissed me off?
It's messed up.
Yep.
It used to,
Then
like,
why
the
don't you
linkage from
freaking
one
take
room
away
to
his
another room
ownership?
to upstairs to another room to another room to another room, and then end
He
it
actually
off
made me
somewhere.
aware of
But
something
I don't
that
remember which room it's off in.
kind of made me mad.
Messed up.
He made you aware of
Someone
something?
Yeah,
banned
so I fried the
him
chicken.
and then
Brenner
stole
the
a copy of my map.
for the RGB controller. So I think,
His
fortunately,
username is Little
I
Spooky.
did not have my
They friended
CPU,
him.
nor
And
my
did
graphics
what?
card, nor any hard drives plugged into it, because
No, a person threatened him.
from the first place, I shouldn't have put
And then
Indicate.
stole a copy of my
So
map.
he
But
gave them a copy of your
because I
map
wanted to
because
see
he
the
got threatened.
RGB,
No.
and I wanted
The person was a co-owner.
feel cool.
He promised that he would help me with the
Together
training and
before I
stuff
help.
because I was kind of backed up with like,
And yeah,
170
$175
people. Hello,
later,
Sir Max.
I have a new one.
And then
My
basically,
dad.
I'm not sure when, but he threatened him, and then basically stole a copy of my map.
You know what? You know what? You know
My
what?
dad got
I'ma
me
make
this
you one.
Stupid
I'm just gonna
USB
flat out make you a map.
3.0 PCIe.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And we won't have to deal with any of this
Extension.
bullshit of people doing any sort of.
Yeah,
I'm trying,
Bullshit.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to remember if it actually.
Wait, who stole your map?
No, or if it was. or if it was
Someone
just this
a
dumb thing
little
plugged into a
spooky. I made
PCIe.
an
Yeah, some guy
another
stole his
copy
map, and then
of
another
my
guy.
Oh,
I was trying to make it to where you don't have to change your bio to like make it to where people can see if you're trained or not.
Only had one
That's what pissed me off.
USMCR. Also,
plug,
a friend. It wasn't him.
and that was
It wasn't that person. It was a person named
So I think
Little Spooky.
either way.
Well, I know, regardless of who it was, regardless of who it was, like we have too many
It was not
problems.
at all secured into the PCIe's,
The map's literally stolen. Don't even get salty.
yeah.
and now it was, and now I had
I know.
a
It's
really
literally Gar's
wireless
map.
vertical mouse.
Technically,
Anchor one
I didn't even
that
feel it. It was gifted to
all
me.
of those
Ergonomic mouse, you
companies
mean?
Copy
Yeah, but you still.
vertical mouse.
Everyone has it. Even I have a copy of it.
So like,
Yeah,
like,
Nearly
yeah,
everyone in
copy
the
at the
Dom
time.
Rack Room servers have it.
Uh,
so you hold it
there
like a
is-
like.
There is a couple vertical
Who made
mouses out there where you hold your hand.
Gar.
Oh
Yeah.
a friend.
To the
Isn't
desk,
it late
but usually
mentioned that I'm
your
kind of on
fist-
moderation
Your hand is
review?
somewhere around the
A voice moderation review.
somewhere
What
around
happened?
the like to 60 degree.
What do you mean
angle.
voice moderation
You
in
remember
in the
the-
rec center?
So basically,
No. Remember my map?
Your
the
hand.
USMCR
You mean your
main
problem
base?
with
your
you
hand,
being-
your thumb sticking
I
straight
don't-
up your
well, I don't
forehead.
even remember what
Let
it's
me
called
explain-
anymore.
Let me
Tilt
explain
it.
why. Let me explain why to you.
No.
Put your
Someone,
hand
the
out with
person who
the palm
deleted
facing up.
the main
Okay,
base
hold on.
incident on the
You know,
USMCSO.
Your forearm.
Oh, you mean how
No,
they
not
deleted
you,
it and then they
you.
just saved it a bunch of times so
You're
that you couldn't
saying, like,
recover
I
it?
could remake it
saying
in like
going like
5
this?
seconds.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
they
No,
deleted the
palm
map,
up.
saved it, deleted the
Palm
map,
the front
save
of
it.
your hand.
No, that's what I mean.
Deleted the
That's
map,
what I mean. They
saved
did.
it.
That's what I said.
No, palm up.
Oh no, they just saved it all
Yes,
11 times.
like
while it
I'm
was
gonna
deleted.
high five downwards and you're gonna high five upwards, right?
They deleted it and then just saved it and then saved
In
it
your
and saved it.
forearm, there are
Oh,
two
okay then.
bones.
I wonder where he went to.
I don't know, but
Okay.
regardless, I'm gonna
feel
make you
them.
freaking map.
Note how they are not.
And it's only gonna be you and me
crossing
as
each
a
other.
co-owner.
Note how they run
Everyone else is gonna be
parallel
moderators, and
right
then
there,
everyone under
okay?
them is gonna be host. Simple.
Okay. Also, yeah.
What
While
your-
I'm under
your
moderate,
arm
underneath
enjoys
moderation,
the most.
I
Maybe if you
cannot.
just
Oh,
let it
can you
run
make your mic
over
any
and
louder? Because you're really
rotate
quiet.
Just like a set.
I cannot
No.
create
Much.
new maps
Like-
or someone
like-
transfer ownership.
Point your palm face up and then relax it.
You can't receive ownership yet. How much
Mostly
longer
just
until
letting
that
your hand
happens?
Right.
I don't know.
That is
Yeah, whatever.
is the angle that your
Regardless, I can make you the unofficial owner of it.
physically
That doesn't matter.
the most.
Okay.
Now,
Because I can still just make a
rotate
roll and
your
it's
hand, but
basically
keep
ownership.
Your elbow exactly the same.
Think of it
so
like that.
don't
Yeah, I mean,
rotate
you won't
your
show
arm.
up in the
Rotate
owner
your
list,
hand.
but I mean,
Just
you'll be the
spin your
unofficial
wrist.
owner. I'll put it in the
Notice how those
description or something like
bones
that.
cross over each other.
I'm gonna try to find a way to
When they
email
over each other,
contact rec room,
actually
clear that all up, get me out of the moderation.
Get
review.
into their Discord.
The joints.
Go into their
sh-
Discord and
have to rotate.
DM some
out of
mods
position
and community
and,
developers and stuff.
and actually, here's the big thing.
That's
This
what I
is
do.
causes
Is the owner a rec room
is that
on that
when your
Discord?
wrist is
Oh, I'm
rotating
sure
like that,
not.
the muscles in
That's because the
between-
owner of Rec Room is like some
more,
40-year-old piece of shit.
in between your two bones.
If it was 40-year-old, it would be made back in
and the
1980.
radial or whatever.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think that the Rec Room owner is on
muscles
there.
and the tissue inside your forearm.
Because it doesn't
and
say it,
that's the
and
main
even if he
part.
was, he would have DMs turned off
So
from people that aren't his
what-
friends. So, I
so
mean,
now if you go to your
yeah.
desk and
Ah.
you don't do anything weird with your
and then
elbows
he
and you
gets
put your
spammed too
hands
much. I
palm
mean,
face
let's be
down,
real.
you'll
I'll just have to
that your
find
forearms
the head person on the
almost
Discord
completely.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Now-
saying
and
you
get
should do.
myself out of that
Might-
review.
That's why sometimes you'll see
Yeah,
people
because that's bullshit.
do
What'd you even
palm
say?
straight Yeah, I don't. There's like 2 or 3 vertical mouses. I know Logitech
On the main map,
And
let's
so
Vertical
just
means
say I
like you're holding the mouse
settle
like this.
all
you
of
can
that
your
stuff.
buttons, and then
Yeah.
In a
there's
public
and a
or
wheel.
private
mouse and rotate
server
it on the table. But that
Public.
specific
rec
hand
center?
angle that you're doing, there's one
No, on the USMCSO's main
mouse
map.
from Logitech that does that. And recent, I mean, like I don't know.
That's not voice
2018,
moderation. That's
I
just
think, or
someone
something.
freaking
And
reported
then
you.
there's like a handful of mice from like the early.
No, it says
2000s,
whenever
like
I'm
that.
I
Every
try
other
to
one
create a
is at,
new room,
like,
it says
an-
that I
it's
need
not
voice moderation
perpendicular to the desk
or a moderation
angle. So
review.
more, if you
Yeah,
took
yeah.
the
You're making me
mouse
think that
and
you
rotated it up a
got
bit to
flagged by the
relax your
freaking
arm,
Rec Room
but not
bullshit
going
AI
straight
thing
up all the way.
because you said
So
something.
that's
This is bad.
normal.
What was that?
Yeah, yeah. And
No,
that
no, Rec Room
would
has
be,
some
like,
voice
ideal,
moderation
but
to where it
when you're
listens to
doing
you in
that,
your rec center.
Your hands, when you
Basically
push down,
listens to where if
you're
you say anything
clearly
bad.
pushing
Like
on the
Rec
desk
Room
at
made
all,
games?
period, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks because that means you have to use your thumb to squeeze
The rec
against the
center
mouse.
especially.
Nothing affected all
Enjoy that,
public
especially if you were actually
games.
doing any
No.
gaming. That would be
They don't have
terrible.
permission to do that.
Reported
Realistically,
Someone
I
reported
think
you.
were, like,
Any-
spending
Because you get a
90
notification if you go to the rec center.
out
You
of
said you're going to a voice
90.1
moderated
hours of your
room.
life holding a mouse, you would want that. But
I didn't
just
get
for your health.
any,
Sometimes
like,
you get- I don't know.
notification of being like.
and you want to do a bit
I
better.
didn't get any notification
Instead of
being
doing 90
reported though.
degrees, you're gonna do like
Well,
45
you don't get a
degrees,
notification
which
of you
is gonna,
being
relax
well,
your
because
arm
it's a different kind
a
of
ton.
fan.
Like
It's
the
a
first
it's
45
whatever the
degrees
heck
of
it is.
straightening,
It's not like it's
makes
normal.
the biggest
Someone just
difference, right?
freaking reported you for
And
being
so,
toxic. That's what
and
happened.
so that like I take a picture of my.
How do I get?
I can't.
I don't
unbanned?
know. I have no idea. Do what I already
But
told
yeah,
you.
like,
Go
my
to the
mouse
rec
here,
room
it's like
people
saying
and you
anything
tell
you're
them
talking
that
about,
this is
right?
bullshit and that
Yeah.
it needs to be
Yeah,
fixed.
I think I see what you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, one sec. If
Anyways,
I go,
I'm gonna head back to the events.
I'm gonna make a map for you.
yeah, if I go
Okay.
do this,
Okay.
then go no mice. Images.
Dude, there's a legit PC building simulator in Steam.
Yeah.
Come on, Elijah. You
You
didn't
can
know
name and
that?
publish this room by pressing this room on your watch.
No, I didn't. I didn't, dude. That's cool. I should do that.
Yeah, they came out with a new one this year. It's better than the last one.
Well, come on, man.
I'm gonna-
You know my situation.
Yes,
so
but that's not even
this-
an online game. Well, I guess you haven't really been looking at Steam lately. True.
Is the one that I used to have?
You might want to bring that
Um,
over to your Steam screen, or capture that window so you can't see
Well,
it.
I was just gonna post it, right?
Oh, okay.
So this, right, is the one that I used
Okay,
to
sure.
have. That Anchor
Yeah, I've
made,
seen that one.
right? And then here's the MX vertical, and then you can see. Okay, this one's kind of newer, but it's a very weird one. And then there's these weird dumb ones with that joystick, and then there's see here. This one, these like pretty much all of them except for like one or two that you might find, or a weird joystick, which is basically a whole different thing in itself. This is very uncommon because you're not pushing against the table at all, right? You're completely pushing against the air, so you have to use your thumb to pinch the mouse. Whereas when there's a little bit of an angle, like just the first 45 degrees makes the biggest difference, and then after that it's diminishing returns. And so, yeah.
Mhm.
And then the one I have right now is some weird thing that I can't find. And honestly, I should take a look at this and see what he actually thinks, because I think this thing at like $150 is too much for what it actually offers.
Looks like it.
And this is like some weird thing with a lot more stuff going on than just, but because on the bottom of my mouse here that I have, that I've been using ever since that one got fried, because the PCI thing came unplugged, which, well, the USB transponder was plugged into it, and it's so the mouse is perfectly fine, but I can't get it hooked up to a new receiver, and the receiver was fried by the thing.
Suck.
But also, there's this weird thing that I'm kind of really interested in looking into, because it's like it's got your typical all your buttons, and then if you wanted to, it's got this funny hat thing. The only question is, it's as I understand it, it's a 5-button hat, not a joystick. And if it was a joystick, it would literally be God. But it's a 5-button hat, I think, based on what I've been looking at. But also, if I knew technology, I bet you someone could take this thing apart, go in there, and replace the 5-button hat with a 2-axis and button joystick.
For that matter, yeah, you could just do like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller joystick.
Like basically mod it in there. I don't know how much work it would do, because you'd have to wire, like, would you either be wiring it into the motherboard, or would you be or like, how plug and play would that process be? Because like switching out
True.
to put in the joystick components, easy, but getting the joystick input from the joystick into the mouse, and then from the mouse into the PC, or just from the joystick into the PC, which might even be the easiest way. What might actually be easiest is to set up a whole second motherboard in there that or chip, basically, with a wireless receiver, or if you're a god at wiring cables, wire your own cable with it going through there. To take the joystick signal and put it into the PC, so you have a mouse with a joystick attached. And at that point, you could even consider just making your own thing, but also considering like this thing's already got like the R&D behind it to put the joystick on it, and you could just use the joystick slot and not have to build your own like physical case. It would probably be best to just modify this thing, but like, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a secret dream, because like it's not the first thing I thought of, but it's the only thing I can remember right now. But like imagine playing Grand Theft Auto 5, but having that right there to for your whatchamacallit, for your weapon wheel, and being able to manage your weapon wheel on that.
Sure. Yeah, I haven't actually played that game. I want to.
Oh yeah, I don't know how much it is, and there is.
It's not too expensive.
Yeah. That's weird. I don't own this game. Oh no.
What OS are you using?
Windows 10. I noticed.
I just got
like
Windows
this-
11.
Yeah, screw you. I kind of have been going back and forth on whether or not I'm gonna touch Windows 11, because I am looking at, within this year, doing a PC transfer rebuild, because right now I'm running an old secondhand i7 7700. And so, and also I'm like, look at my storage. This is a half terabyte. Or sorry, this is a quarter terabyte SSD for my C drive, and then half 1.5 terabyte, half terabyte. So 500 gigs, 500 gigs, 500 gigs, right?
Why didn't you just RAID them together?
What?
Why didn't you just RAID them together?
Huh?
You don't know what that is?
I'm a hardware person, not a software person.
So basically, you use something in the BIOS that will combine all the hard drives together into one recognizable hard drive to the BIOS and the
Okay, wait, but you can't just like take a hard drive, use it, and then RAID another hard drive to it, can you? Like, let's say I have a
don't
hard drive and I
believe
install like a couple hundred gigabytes of games on the hard drive, and then I buy a new hard drive and I put it into my computer. I can't raid those together, right?
I think what'll happen is I think you will lose the data unless you've backed it up.
Right,
I think
exactly.
that's
So
how it goes. I
the
think
reason-
that's how it goes. I'm not sure
the
though.
reason is because all of these were acquired completely separately. At
Mhm.
best of D, G, and E, two of them might basically be the same drive. It's probably D and E, and I did probably install them at the same time, but I made one just for Steam and one for everything I installed that wasn't on Steam. It's now mostly just Steam. Pretty much
Buys a
nothing that
whole
is
hard
in
drive
Steam
just
there.
for Steam.
No, well, I was gonna.
You know what I'm
I
saying? That'd be
was
kind of
gonna have
funny
a
if
whole
someone
hard
downloaded
drive.
all their stuff from Steam. They have a whole hard drive dedicated to it. I mean, not a terrible idea, actually.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, right now, all of my games, including my non-Steam games, are around 2 terabytes, and you can get and that NVMe SSD that we were talking about is 9.5 times faster than a regular SSD at data transfer speeds, at least. So
I don't know about that honestly, because I ran Linux, so I run Linux and Windows. I
Are you a
have
dual boot?
one of my no, 2 different
Yeah.
hard drives, being bootable mediums.
You disgust me. You disgust me. You run Linux and Windows, and you don't even dual boot them.
No, why would I do that? I don't want to use the same hard drive for the same stuff. I want to have 2 completely different
You
ones.
put them on a hard drive. Oh my god.
No, as NVMe.
NVMe.
Same thing, same difference in my brain. Anywho's, M.2 slot.
You're
Boom.
thinking of M.2 slot. Okay, Okay, this is like how Cat5 is the cable, and then the plug connector is its own different standard, and then Ethernet is its own
RJ30 or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
They're RJ something or whatever connectors. The
34.
cable standard is RJ34. Well, I think there's RJs. There's other RJs because also like there's phone cables and the really small ones for phones, and they have but they're RJ connectors.
Howdy.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Right.
Do you know who I am?
Has different variants for different numbers.
I haven't been on
right?
Rec
And then
Room so long, I don't
Cat5 is the
remember anybody
cable,
anymore.
And then
But
Ethernet
honest.
Yeah, no, I haven't been on in a year, bro.
is like
I've been on so
that? I've been
freaking
on in a
long.
year.
standard.
Look at
So
me.
that everything like
You've been on it more than a year, or else I wouldn't have even
Okay.
known you. Period.
M.2
Well, no, yeah, I've been on for 2
M.2
years. But, like,
is
I couldn't like play.
there's
Here, you
M.2
can find out.
and then M.2
Okay.
there's different lengths, which is basically how far the standoff is from the plug
Yep.
in your
I
M.2 slot,
was
right?
playing on my
But
brother's
then
account.
there's different
I've
keys.
been on this
And
account
they,
in like
keys
almost
do
a
kind of
year.
mean something, but they're also
Uh,
nothing. And there are right there's like 3 different
Yeah,
like
3 or 4.
I think there's 2 different keys. There's the E key and the M key, but then there's like 3 different types of things that differentiate themselves based on their keys and their ability to plug.
Program has changed a lot. I
And
figured that
so,
out like a week
basically,
ago.
it's way more than anybody really needs to think about.
The
because
game
it
has changed a
doesn't
lot.
Really
Yeah, it
affect you
has. I
unless
know,
it
right? It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
affects you.
The
And if it
camera is
affects you, then
way
you
different.
understand it well enough, and so, but you know, that's like how there's RJ X cables, but you know, there's different RJ cables. Like you know, there's the small ones.
Mm.
I have Rec Plus and
right.
I can make
But,
shirts, things, but I
right,
don't know what I'm
so-
gonna make, so I'm trying to
So
wait.
NVMe.
But I see people having
So
like them cool
NVMe
shirts that
is
I know they didn't
specific-
make because there's like a
so
crap ton of
SSD
them.
solid state.
But
is
I
a
think they like go
type
to a
of
map or
storage.
something.
Yeah,
you can
something
say
like that, I
we've
think,
got-
and-
we have floppy
Right, 'cause
disks,
they said, and then the girl said,
disks,
because
Right.
he was like, "How do you get that shirt?" And then she said,
and then we had
"I'll take you to the map."
which are disks.
So I was
that
like,
are
"Yep, there's a
hard.
map."
Yeah.
Solid
But
state.
I think I saw the map,
In
but I
solid
couldn't.
state,
I
there's
didn't go to
the
it.
first solid
I
state
just
we
thought it was
connected,
some
which is basically the floppy
Ranger Roy's robot takeover. Oh, that was a good game.
gigabit SATA SSDs are the floppy disks of SSDs, right?
Bro, they made a lot of new
Hard
rooms
disks
since
of
while I was
SSDs,
gone.
which is NVMe.
Yeah.
Cause a lot of these rooms I
So
don't know.
NVMe
Cause I
is the
have
specific
never played these
type
rooms.
of solid
B
state
thing,
that we
Camp
run
View, that's
on
like
the
something.
NVMe drives.
Oh my
And
god, no furry.
to add another level of complications is that the
Yeah, I know.
mean,
There's so much
mountain
freaking
camp.
furry
So many
shit.
There's so many
M.2
camps.
slot
Camp Sundown,
takes its data,
Camp U,
puts it into the CPU.
Camp
Basically, the
Rivo,
slots,
Rivo.
the lanes
I'm gonna
that it uses
PvP
are
with-
PCIe lanes, right?
I
Like
just
there's
realized about a game I used to play a lot. It was really
and
fun.
stuff like that.
I need
You
to
know,
play that game
depending
again.
on
I
what
forgot
type
it
of
is.
memory and
I
CPU
have a
setup
favorite
you're
game.
running,
Yes, I have a favorite.
which like 9 out of 9.1 times you're using what the normal one is, but I can't even think of what the normal one is because
Guess-
I didn't pay enough
In a
attention.
little bit, I'm
The
probably
point
gonna
is,
play some
you
of
know,
that
You've,
because that stuff was
you've got
fun.
lanes that are running to memory
whenever
shit.
I-
You've got
Bigfoot hunt.
lanes that, and I think like
Yeah.
your North Bridge is usually pretty much always on
got
your
so
CPU
much-
now, if I remember correctly. So your CPU is your North Bridge.
Goodness.
Then you've got lanes running to your South
Yeah.
Bridge and your
I'm
South Bridge.
sneezing like
and shit.
crazy.
And you've got lanes
Like
running,
really hard. It's like
you know, and so
I'm gonna like put in custom
on top
shirts
of
and
that,
I'm gonna see what. And I saw
technically,
saw some
you technically you could build an
Minecraft
adapter
shirts.
to plug and actually I'm pretty sure there are adapters and people have used them and tested them out and done shit with them, but you could plug an M.2 into an adapter that plugs into
custom shirt.
a PCIe X16 slot, your graphics card slot, and then run that pretty much exactly the same as if you were running on a
But
normal
one time
M.2
a
slot.
kid, I saw a kid,
would be a
he
little
made
bit
one where like he had a
normal
butt and he was like pooping
It wouldn't be
on
running
his shirt on the
PCIe
back and
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
ew, bro.
built for
That's
M.2.
actually kind of funny, but at the same time, that's just freaking weird.
Yeah, no, it's funny
It
too.
wouldn't be
Yeah, and he had like
Unless
two
it was
belly
your
buttons
dog,
put on.
you know.
He put on two belly buttons.
Right. Yeah.
And then he put, I don't know, some Among Us or something. But no, he didn't put Among Us. That was
So you
about
have
it.
two different M.2s, one for Windows.
It was so weird. It was so gross because he actually made butt cheeks for it.
Bruh.
He actually made butt cheeks.
Dude.
And I was like, ew. I didn't say anything. Okay.
Again, kind of funny, but at the same time, it's freaking weird.
Yeah. I was gonna do that, but I was like, that's kind of weird. Too weird.
Hello?
A little bit too weird.
Yeah, a little bit too weird. I'm just so happy because I haven't been. I thought I lost my account because I tried like multiple digits because I have Facebook on here and I use my mom's thing, and I put in like different kind of codes,
Are you there?
and I cried
Yeah.
because I thought I lost my account. I literally started to cry because I thought I lost my account. This is what I was like. I lost my second account. Really?
Hello? Can you?
Really?
But you've already lost one account already. Golly.
Yeah, I've lost the level 50 count. That was amazing.
me?
Well, that's sucky.
And,
Oh, I think Pyro's having a
guess
problem
what?
here. Pyro.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Making sure y'all ain't going crazy
I'm
over here.
actually here. I'm listening.
Okay, so when I say can you hear me, can you say yes if you can hear me?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Right, so I ask you a question. You have two M.2s, one for Linux and one for Windows?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I do.
How much storage have you used on them?
Hell no, there ain't no way.
Uh,
I did.
Bro, how'd you even get that amount?
I had that account for like so
30%
long.
of it.
How did you
They're
even
terabyte
come up
drives.
with that money?
30%
I,
of each?
I swear.
Cause like, I didn't come up with the
About-
money. I just asked my mom sometimes. And she
Oh
gave me
my
it sometimes.
freaking god.
Why don't you just...
This is why I hate Rec Room, bro. They get paid so much and they don't do anything for their freaking players. Gosh dang, Rec Room.
Yeah, a guy was like talking about Gorilla Tag. Do you know what Gorilla Tag is?
Yeah.
Tag?
But my thing is, I want to separate
yeah,
the two into two.
A guy was talking about Gorilla Tag, and he said Gorilla Tag is dying because it kind of is. Because
That's what my friend said
players
too, yeah.
that- Yeah, no, and he's overpricing the stuff.
I mean, now
The
we're kinda
only
slightly speaking out of my
reason
character,
why
but as
he's
far as I'm
keeping up
concerned, if you've got
the
them
road tag just a tad
properly
bit is
partitioned,
because he's just adding new cosmetics.
what's
He's
the
not adding new
difference between them
maps.
being on the same
He's only
level?
adding like little things to
guess-
the maps, but that
I guess the
doesn't really
difference is
make
plug
a
and play.
difference.
Is
Yeah.
instead of having
He
to
needs to add
pull
like
up
new
partitions
maps
and
that are
then,
really fun.
uh,
I thought he was gonna add one of them volcano maps,
turn space
but he added a completely different one.
thing,
And he has a lot of
you
other
just
things he
gotta
can do.
unplug
He
it.
could make
and
a
plug it
lava
in.
map, volcano map,
Okay.
which is combined with them two.
Well,
He can make a.
my thing is, I want to be able to take
there's
one of
a
the
lot of other
drives,
maps though.
one of
Make
the,
like
say,
a
for instance, the Linux
already
one
made
out of my
one.
build
Yo,
Actually,
what's
never
up,
that into another
historical
build.
militia?
with
Yeah.
equal or better components,
He could make a crap
and
ton of
then
other
do
maps.
a comparison on, for instance, let's say Blender.
Yes. But yeah,
Which
he
OS
might be working
can
on
handle
another
the same
job, but
project,
he
same
needs to
render,
kind of focus
same
sometimes on
variables,
his maps because
everything,
he might lose all
pretty much
his
equal
players.
components, but doing
A
the
lot of
same render.
advertisement.
Which one can handle it better?
If you're gonna freaking
Linux
keep
or
that,
Windows,
then you
you
better
know?
The long story
get to making new maps and stuff.
answer
Yeah.
Cause he's Grove Tech's really
is
dying. Cause I
the
used to
long
play
story
that
short
game
answer
all
is
the time, but
technically
now I like don't play it at
Linux.
all.
hands down.
I
no
play it
question.
once in a while, but I get bored
Obviously.
really quick.
But
Well,
the
Same with Rec Room 2 with
real-
me.
The real
Yeah,
long story
Well,
short
yeah,
It's
answer
like
is
for real, Rec Room can get boring.
yeah. Sometimes, but you can play other games.
Because
So Rec Room's not
the thing
really
is
gonna die
everything
anytime
is
soon.
Windows.
It's not gonna die, but that doesn't mean it's
Right.
necessarily
Windows
always
default,
fun to
so
do.
Yeah, it's not gonna die
Everything is
right
built.
now.
And so everything that's
Anytime
built,
soon, at least.
anything
But,
for
yeah.
anything or anything that's built
I have
to
get
be
off in a
on
minute.
Windows at some point is built
I gotta go fishing.
around Windows. So
no,
So
what,
there's an
what you mean is anything that's built for Linux is at first built on
Mm,
Windows,
catch some
and then
No.
converted
How you like
to
what I've done so
language
far with
source
this
code.
wall
no, that's
thing?
not at all what I'm saying. No,
Yeah.
well,
But I'll be back on 100%.
Linux
Because I haven't.
is,
I've been using my brother's
so
alt
here's
account.
here's a tech
Which
here's a
is-
software thing I
I've
do
been
know.
playing, but
that
I've only been
Linux is
using
a,
very little stuff. I only use the new player stuff,
What's
which
the
I'm not
word
doing
for
this
it?
stuff on this account. 'Cause I don't need it. I basically have everything on it.
Yeah.
Free?
Really?
I
Okay.
don't plan on getting rid of. They tell me to shut up. I'll shut up because I don't want to get banned again.
Really
Yeah.
Like half-
old OS that
Where the heck
that
is
can
this
be annoying
noise?
sometimes.
is based
I'm
on
not gonna deny that I'm not annoying.
Everyone can sometimes, you know.
It's based off of Unix. If
Yeah.
there we go.
That-
Right, it's in
I'm
the
not that
fucking
kinda
Linux,
guy,
right?
'cause
Okay,
I'm
so
not
so
annoying.
kernel.
Linux, yeah.
If
Well,
somebody's being a Kevin or a Karen,
Linux
then that's when I'll
macOS
be really
are-
annoying.
Mhm.
But eventually I'll
are
leave because
based on Unix.
Yeah.
They
Oh, I
trace
don't
their
wanna get
origins to Unix.
I mean, I doubt
Windows
anybody else will do anything
not.
to me. But if it's
Windows is
just one
not,
guy, I'm not
Right?
scared.
Windows is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not.
I don't know what
Like, why would I be
I'm
scared?
gonna hazard a
It's
guess.
only one
say that-
report.
Linux
God.
and Mac are based off.
I'm
of
not gonna get
Unix.
full on banned
Right, and I
forever
think
because
then
I was annoying one guy,
Windows is
which
based
was
off of MS
being a
DOS.
Kevin or
pretty
Karen.
much,
Exactly.
Yeah, and
MS-DOS
MS
is-
DOS was the
Uh.
mother of Unix,
Holy
if I recall
crap.
correctly.
Mm.
How and then Unix branched off because
Yeah.
MOS
Yeah,
or
I've been
MS,
playing a lot of records.
whatever it is, went more towards the side of Windows and became
Mm. Operating
I recall
system,
correctly.
I just keep
no,
calling
well,
you,
Windows
'cause I
does not,
want to.
traces its.
I know. I'm moving around a lot. I'm
operating
trying to make a
systems,
military base for my friend because
family tree.
his are suffering.
Yeah.
So let's see if this.
But yeah, I love my other
This is a
costume I have.
online thing.
It's gonna be my new main.
but,
It's gonna be my main
an image of new tab
costume.
tonight.
Bruh.
I like hot, right?
We have a
I like
higher
hot, right?
image.
My gosh.
No.
I mean, it's not terrible. It's not the
Okay,
best,
Hmm.
but it's not
Kind
terrible.
of funny.
Open.
I only did it because it looked kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But I have some other ones, but this is like really.
yeah, no, they
This is like my most expensive stuff combined into
they-
one.
right. So
I'm
currently
gonna do
So
that.
what is my most
it's based
expensive?
on MS-DOS.
Yeah, but I like this one. I think it looks kind of good.
It's okay.
MS-DOS
Man,
and
what's up, dude?
Unix
What's up, dude?
don't have.
Oh, my voice is
a
going
real
to disappear here in
share-
a little
okay.
bit.
Here
'Cause
we
I
can
am-
see.
You hear my voice?
Mm,
I'm trying to
Here
talk
we can
really
see,
loud, but
it's all
not
Unix
really.
shit.
But trying to
There,
talk
we
a
got
decent, what I always talk
CAD,
to.
USG,
Talk like, but my voice is like
Uh,
disappearing because I was yelling like crazy
then
because my brother was gonna beating me like usual.
bruh.
I don't know what that one is,
I can't do anything about it, or it just hurt me even more.
but
So I
like
just let it happen.
yeah. The,
Okay, there you go.
Folded me
Stand
today.
corrected.
He folded
yeah,
me.
MS-DOS and
I don't even know
that's
what
how
that
I
means, and I
probably
don't even
lost my
want to know
voice.
what that
They're all-
means.
It hurts.
What
not-
friend?
It hurts. He slammed you to the ground. Put it at that. But this is his VR, so
Oh,
I have
see,
to
yeah,
kind
here,
of like not do anything
I don't know
to him.
what the red
Try
one
not
is.
to make him mad. Or
Yeah.
he won't let me use
Oh,
this
yeah.
anymore.
Here's
Yeah,
BSD,
true.
which
But whenever I get
yeah, yes.
my good VR, because I'm gonna get like
and
I might
Unix
get
and
like
this,
a
and then BSD
I'll get those
comes
one
along,
to
and
start
then
out until
this Unix
Christmas
and BSD
because I can't handle not playing VR. I'm
That
really
ain't a good VR, bro.
a living
Thing
disk
sucks.
of
Even the one
BSD.
I have is not good. Even the Quest 2 is
And
not
then
good.
over here you've got
Don't let people
what's green?
tell you that
You've
it's
got-
good.
You've got GNU.
It does what it does,
Yellow
but
is
it's not
BSD.
amazing.
Next step,
Simple.
right? Unix. Oh, this doesn't have Windows in it at all. This is Linux origin stuff. Yeah. Anyways, no, so right. So Mac and BSD and Linux are all Unix, and then Windows is MS-DOS, Windows 9 point, and Windows NT kernel, right? So you get the Unix and the
That's
MS-DOS.
right.
Like, it's not really the most accurate thing, but Steam user, what's the thing where you take a large group of people and you measure facts about them, like
Average?
no height,
Survey?
age, race, census, Steam user census.
Oh, you're trying to. Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
Like yeah, you know what I'm trying to do.
You're trying to find the majority of what people use for their
Yeah,
OSs.
Well, yeah, what the proper number is, because it's Steam CPU brand stats. Steam hardware and right. So video cards, NVIDIA here running 76% of cards, and then AMD graphics cards and onboard is 15.4, and then Intel onboard graphics is like 9.1 here, and then other point.
What's the green?
Green is
What's the
NVIDIA.
green one? Okay.
Green is NVIDIA. Red
Okay.
is AMD onboard and GPU. Blue
Discrete.
is
Okay.
Intel,
All
which
right.
is only on board, and then I don't know. Other is I don't know what other is. Other might even just be like can't figure it out, right? And so if you look, and so what was actually talking about is oh, they have a whole thing from what Mac hardware. But as you can see, OS version is 96.68% of Steam users run some version of Windows.
Holy crap.
2.2% of users are running OS X, which is any of the Mac operating
What
systems.
is it?
And then only 1.12% of people are using Linux. And from what Steam can record, and that's the interesting thing is if you pay the fuck attention, you realize, oh wow, only only a little tiny bit less than twice as many people use Mac OS on Steam than use Linux. That's how. And I'm not illustrating how few people use Linux. I'm illustrating how few people how few people actually use Mac. Because honestly, if you are a gamer or etc., or if you are someone who cares about your technology and your hardware and you want to play high performance games and you know what you're doing, obviously you don't buy a Mac. Obviously. So, right?
Yeah, it's no brainer.
But also, if you're stupid and you don't know anything and you're getting into this, you probably still won't buy a Mac unless you already had a really expensive Mac, which you probably bought for other reasons, right? And so, and then because Windows is already the default of the new new idiots who don't know enough about technology and just stay with what they were grew up on and stay in their bubble, almost always start out with Windows, right? And so if you know what you're doing, if you really know what you're doing, you're probably going to be Linux, right? If you know what you're doing, you're going to be Windows. If you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to be Windows. If you don't know what you're doing, but you just so happen to have a Mac or grew up on Mac, you probably have a Mac. Or if you are specifically interested in the creative space, which Apple has done a really good job of capturing the perception and idea of the creative space of the making music and editing and stuff like that, right? But even then, still, at least on Steam, which is not exactly completely accurate to the entire world, it might be a little bit less for Windows when you measure the entire population. But as you can see, if something is built for anything, it's not that it's like if something is built for computers, the largest demographic is Windows. So you target Windows first. If you want to build something for Linux, you're not going to build it for Windows and then port it to Linux. You're going to build it for Linux and you're going to port it to Windows. But if you're building something for a computer in general, regardless of the operating system, you're going to build it for Windows and then Linux. You know, that's what all of that rant was specifically about. It's like if you build something for Linux, you build it for Windows, okay? Because it's MS-DOS versus Unix. But yes, programs built for any computer, because Windows is 90 to 95% of the computer population, you're going to build it for that. Because otherwise, you're targeting a very, very small audience, right? Right. And here's the other thing: is people. I remember I don't know if it's still common, but people will argue, "Oh, you shouldn't buy Windows. Windows is bad because it's got low security and it's full of viruses." No, you should buy a Mac because Macs have really high security and don't get viruses. And even if they were right, they'd still be wrong, because if I'm building a virus and I want to infect people, I want to infect the largest audience possible. 90% of computers run a version of Windows, and 5% or less run a version of Mac. So if I want to hit the most computers, I'm going to build something that operates with MS-DOS that attacks Windows. And so I build the thing to attack the largest audience, which in actuality, if you think about it, the fact that Windows has more viruses would actually, in a roundabout way, be a point in favor of Windows, because it points out Windows as the, you know, default, as the largest audience, as, you know, that's where you know, if we were like talking about the free market deciding which operating system has the most customers, it's Windows.
Oh,
So,
no doubt.
retroactively, the point that Windows has more viruses means Windows bad, Mac good is wrong, even if it were right, because roundabout it has more viruses because it's better.
Oh, and also, even still, you can get viruses on Linux and Mac.
Yeah, obviously.
Though
Yeah.
it's harder for somebody to do that because the source code for Linux is open source. Mac, not as much, but you can get into it and you can, you know, sort of kind of expose the source code, but it's a lot harder. Windows, it's you'd have to do a lot of digging, a lot more than Mac to get into the source code and jazz.
Yeah. There's something that I wouldn't really actually know about exactly specifically. Other than like Linux is open source, so like, you know, everybody has the source code, which on the one hand means everybody can see everything and everybody can find the virus exploits and hacks. On the other hand, everybody can see everything. Everybody can find and fix the virus exploits and hacks.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
so if anything,
my point.
Linux could potentially have, like, especially if it were like if we said 50% of people used Linux and 50% of people used Windows on that planet, you could argue that the difference is Linux has way more viruses being produced on a daily basis for the operating system, but the lifespan of a virus on Linux is way shorter than the lifespan on Windows, because Windows is being worked on by a small group of people who are specifically looking on Windows, and they're having to do things behind closed doors because they're not sharing everything that they're doing, and they don't want people, you know, to have access to all that. And what that means is that when they do, you know, tests and stuff, you know, for exploits, they're not able to test it. They're only able to do sample sizes. They can't, and they're only working in somewhat relatively limited fields of view. Whereas, you know, the people on Linux, like, everybody can see everything, which means, oh, well, I found the exploit real easy because I didn't have to work for it. You know, I can just see the exploit. Then everybody can see the exploit, and so viruses pop up and die way faster. So, you know, let me just finish. But then, like, that's kind of the whole thing, is like people who use Linux. People who use Linux, you know, they're actually, like, you know, using Linux and they're doing all that stuff. Even the more layman Linux users are, like, messing with, you know, the Linux stuff, the more background stuff, the know what you're doing stuff, the understanding software stuff, right? And so for them, you know, they're used to dealing with all that shit and with viruses, and, you know, if the and so, like, the antivirus software there, you know, would be constantly working and evolving and building it.
A lot quicker, like, but not as well, I don't know how to say it, but, like, okay, so like you said, Windows has a lot more target audience because of things, marketing they've been able to
Actually,
do.
I think let me come back to you on this point, because we're getting into another point. No, it won't be long. Just gonna grab a few things and okay, I'll do that too.
Friend, are you still here?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Just working on a room for my friend.
Okay, here, actually, you can keep saying what you were saying earlier.
Just wait, I gotta disable something on my phone.
Good.
Do I sound any better now?
I don't know that you said it that bad in the first place, so yes.
Because I had a freaking VPN on and it was slowing my connection down. Anywho, so like your point is, just by these stats and just this software, Steam, let alone the target users that use it, are higher for Windows than any other operating system. So hence that tells you that because you can go to Best Buy or Office Max or your Target or a Walmart, whatever store that sells computers, you could pretty much buy a computer that has Windows on it for decently cheap.
Yeah.
Whereas you can't go to the you can't go to that store, the same store, and buy a computer that has Linux.
Yeah.
Or
Windows is relativistically resource hungry operating system.
Right.
But also this, like, you know, if it was more like 70% of users used Windows, right? I think that would be that would be, or even at like 75 or 80%, it would be enough to tip the scales back to make it such that the worst thing about Windows wasn't also that it is the #1 most common operating system, and I'm not talking about viruses. Now I'm talking about how the actual like operating system itself and the people designing it and how they design it and what they design it and the audience, because the audience for Windows is every single layman who starts getting into computers, because Mac OS is expensive as fuck, right? Because you have to buy a Mac and those are crazy expensive, and you have to deal with Apple, right? And so, you know, there's a much higher barrier of entry, you know, to get in there from a monetary perspective, right? So every layman who starts getting into computing is pretty much usually going to pick up a window, and because Windows is so ubiquitous, any layman who gets introduced to Windows by someone else is probably going to get introduced into Windows. It's only the few people who believe what Apple says, who or were for some reason raised on Mac, or, you know, something along those lines, who go with Mac OS. So the demographic, the people that Windows is selling itself towards, advertising itself towards, are, you know, everybody, all of the simple people, all of the average Joe, right? And so that's what's been lately the worst part about Windows, is the oversimplification of Windows. And I'm back when the Windows Phone was a thing, and the Surface started, and we got this Windows 8, which was basically their attempt to make one operating system basically for all of their platforms, right? Instead of trying to get into the mobile space by creating a brand new mobile operating system, they made Windows more mobile and they made Windows more mobile and expanded it to mobile platforms, right? And like not even Apple actually has one OS, right? And so,
Jax, I'm making a military base for one of my friends. Just because he has had his stolen and a bunch of random shit, so I'm making him one.
Because it's like, you know,
Once and for all,
the vanilla brand. It's the
so
most
he can
popular
have
brand.
his own. Now I can also moderate
It's what
it.
I find to be
There won't be
The
an
thing
ass
I
ton of
liked the
co-owners.
least about Windows
Instead, there'll be moderators.
is,
That way they
is
can't
actually
do stupid stuff.
if you pay attention, in some ways, Windows has slowly been Macifying itself, and that just utterly disgusts me. Because the first computer I ever used was a Mac. My school, Varsity Acres, our
Yeah, because
computer
since they're
room,
being
our
people are
computer
just
lab,
taking
it was
advantage of it,
all a bunch of Macs. And so when
and
I
then
first
I'm
started
just
to
like,
learn
no, this
you
is
know,
no,
to type and computers and stuff like that,
not what
I
needs
was
to
learning
happen.
Mac OS. I learned like command
C,
Command C
C, Command V. Yeah, all that
right?
crap.
And so when I moved to a school that was on Windows, and when we started getting Windows at home, I had no idea how to copy and paste on Windows. That was like the first thing that annoyed me. Is on is like me. I would be like, oh, Mac OS makes so much more sense because if I want to copy something, I say I want to execute a command. So I press the command key and I say that the command I want to execute is the copy command, and the shortcut for that is the C key. So I want to execute command C, right? And so but now that I know that the only difference is it's control C now, because I remember I used to press Windows C or Alt C right, because I didn't know what it was because I was raised on Mac OS, sort of, but that didn't take long to grow out of, or to not be a problem for me.
Stranger Things season 4. I don't know.
But
That's kind of funny.
But now after I got out of the Mac sphere, and then I looked at the Mac operating system and I went, you know what? I actually hate this. I actually hate this. I like Windows. I'm actually choosing. I was taught this one and I learned this one and I looked at them and I went, I don't like Mac. I like Windows. And so every time Windows does something that makes it more like Mac, for example, creating this weird,
I mean, yeah, you could
permanently
definitely come and
centered
help me.
floating semi 3D taskbar instead on the middle of the screen that's so big on Windows 11.
I'm on the phone. Say what?
So back when like Windows 11 first was releasing, one of the biggest things that I noticed Windows 11 launch desktop was the taskbar, and the taskbar that we have now on Windows 11 is not what it was when Windows 11 was being leaked. When Windows 11 was being leaked, it was this white taskbar, not the black taskbar, and it here, let me just open image and it wasn't this whole thing that crossed the whole screen. This stuff wasn't here. This stuff was over here in this whole big bunch, and it was cut off at the edges and had rounded corners. And you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me
Max.
of the Mac taskbar, and I actually hate the Mac taskbar because
So do I.
like the way like the whole thing about the bouncing the programs and the faux 3D, like the 2.5D thing about it, the way that it's a shelf, the size of the icon.
Okay, so basically, what's the base plan? What's the base plan? You need to have a base plan. You know that? Yeah,
And how like
if you're making a military,
and how
no, I'm being serious right now. I'm being serious right now.
things that are
If you're making a military map, you need to have a base plan, and the base plan is usually either blueprint or it's usually on a maker pen board.
and so it's not really a shelf.
Usually people draw it out and everything. La la la.
Me
on the inside of the
thinky,
base.
me
And then-
and the
makey.
taskbar all at once and whatnot and the
Me thinky, me
like,
makey.
learning
That's part of what I said about him.
Windows File Explorer
Pyro.
was a little bit harder than
Barrow.
than Finder.
Can you still hear
Oh
me?
my god, I hate Finder. Yeah. Sorry, what?
My friend said that you sound like Eddie. How the hell you Dax? How do you pronounce the name?
Eddie Munson.
Okay, yeah, he said that you sound like Eddie Munson from Stranger Things season 4.
I never even finished season 1. I meant to.
He doesn't know he never finished season 1.
Oh, just tell him to look up Eddie Munson's voice.
Not because I didn't like the show, not because it was bad,
Oh my goodness.
but because I
He sounds exactly like him. I'm here. I'll play a little clip.
whatnot.
Yeah, do that.
I think we have a common denominator.
Oh, my
I
back.
mean,
Time management is not my strong suit.
That scared the life out of me.
like, look at this. The
Fatty fat.
the
Fat,
glossy
fatty fat.
format or
I'm not fat. I do sports. Alright, let me pull up a clip. Dude, I went to the pool today and there was a kid running around
this,
eating a football and he had a crap stain all over his pants.
this, right? This. And
Oh,
this.
how'd you like that
It was
video
good.
I
I'm
put
glad
out
I
today?
did- Wow,
This
it
is-
was actually really good. I
this
made a
is
comment
Windows
about it.
10,
Dude, that's
right?
one of the
And I
highest
like
quality
Windows
videos you've
10
ever made, and I loved it, honestly.
In some
It
ways,
was
honestly,
super
God, it was
long,
minute.
but it like
in
was
some
very
ways,
detailed. Like I went through all the
you can
shit that you
use
could
it.
possibly end up
And-
messing up,
It
bro.
was good editing.
less
Like when you were making, like, did you record on your phone?
you know,
No,
Right.
GoPro.
For the beginning?
like
Oh,
you know,
Bro, get this.
Seven had
GoPro
that, you know,
microphone sucks, so I
like
had
the
to
gla-
sync it with the
the
microphone I use for
glass
streaming. I had to hand
like,
sync the audio
glass
to my
look or whatever,
lips.
the frosted glass look.
wow.
Right.
Guess
No, I
what though?
like-
I got it on the first
I
try.
like-
Somehow I just dragged
I
the audio
like the
clip in and
sharp
it just lined up
corners,
perfectly. I don't know
and
how, but it
liked-
did. So I'm just like, hey, works. Cool. Let's just trim it and
Dark. I like this, and that is literally the opposite
Hold on, let me see
of
if
what I
that's
want.
good.
Like, remember the old Windows here? Like, if we look at Windows 7 start menu, and now Windows 10 when it started was pretty bad, yeah. But Windows 10 when it launched was way better than Windows 8, right? And even Windows 8 after like they updated things to make the fact that they like turned the whole OS into the start menu, then and hid the desktop and whatnot. Like even that was way worse than Windows 10 at launch. But after like the first few
Here's a good voice line.
major updates of Windows 10, you know, Windows 7, like everybody loves Windows 7, right? It's the big one that we all grew up on, and this is what it looked like, right? You had this search program thing that they turned into Cortana and then expanded and force conformed the taskbar. That's what's like, if I want, like I can just push Windows and start typing and it opens, so I don't need to put it on my taskbar. Like, it's just eating and wasting space. Right, so that's why you remove that. And
Doesn't he sound like him? Be
you
honest.
never
He
really have a mic
does.
set up specifically to talk to Cortana on your PC.
It's crazy that he literally, I would be like,
You know, that's not like
where'd you get the actor?
an important thing.
Anyway, yeah.
So like you never use it, and it's never been that
So,
good. And
let's see,
they named it after Cortana, and then they.
what are you trying to, hold on, what are you thinking of for like this entire area? What are you thinking of?
namesake.
So I'm thinking of
Like, they didn't like they came up
these
with a
two
cheeky
stairs that
name,
go lead up
but not
to
a cheeky
his main
title,
office.
but not like a like you know it's a joke with no punch.
And so there's gonna be a receptionist kind of
And then
desk
they
right
don't
here
give you the punchline.
type
Oh,
thing.
gotcha.
Just some basic like plants and couches and random office
try
shit
at
here.
a-
Oh, I got the couches ready because remember,
And
made it
I
on my own.
honestly
Easy
let it-
peasy, lemon.
Yeah, well,
People
we
don't-
can do that, but
who
not yet. I
aren't
want to
too
get the rest of it done. Then we'll furnish later. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Also, I'm gonna make it so it's not an invention. Or wait, can it be an invention? Because it is my invention technically. I can make it not an invention if you want me to.
You can
For
like
them,
freaking
it's always
copy
been
it
on
in
your
your room.
phone,
Like
Or the one exception
just
with
don't
I know,
copy
I
it,
can make
publish
an
it.
invention and not fully publish it.
Don't publish it.
and
That's
then,
what I
you
did
know,
for
that's
those
it.
stinking
No,
outlines of the
you have
guns
Siri
in my
and
hangout
Android
room where I have the
on your
music and
phone,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
are
it's all
unpublished
your
inventions because I don't want to
own.
have to retrace it
Just
out.
don't publish them.
with
Yeah.
Just don't publish inventions, and then it doesn't count as an invention in rooms.
Google,
Well, no,
they can
because
easily
it's
But it
not
is
an
one
invention.
involve their
Well,
'Cause,
technically it is, but
I mean, it is, but
not,
it's
you
not
know
in the
what I'm
store,
saying?
so it can't show up.
For their own Alexa
I kind of got an idea for in here.
thing.
Hold on, let me look up some inspiration.
Right.
I kind of want to have
They're
this
not
room have like an open ceiling,
PC, their desktop,
and
their
then
laptop.
oh no,
Be
yeah,
this vocal assistant because
I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. This should
and
be inside of a
desktops
mountain,
are
and then
are
this
their
should
own
have a
thing.
ceiling with an open light.
If you wanted to create a
Okay, I get the
think that'd
open
be kinda
ceiling
cool.
thing. The
You have
mountain is a bit
phone
much.
on one end,
But I do like the
I mean,
open
there's an
ceiling
easy way to
idea.
make cubed mountains.
seen it.
I mean,
Cubed
yeah,
mountains
but
or
like this isn't
triangle
really like
mountains.
this is kind of well. We'll worry about that after. We gotta actually get the building done first.
I know. Decorations.
But I do
are
like
for
the
last
freaking
thing, that's the last thing.
the
MP3 players,
open
which are kinda
ceiling
like off to the
idea. That's
side and
kind
on
of
the
cool. I'll
phone
do
end
that for sure.
and whatnot.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot. I totally forgot to tell you this.
And stuff like that. And then
GTA San Andreas is coming to
have,
Quest
like,
next year.
setups for laptops. But
Next
right,
year. Oh,
phones
okay.
are on one end of the technology spectrum, and
That's
desktops
crazy.
on the opposite end, and people use them
Yeah,
in
it is.
different ways.
Oh yeah, and there's a new update out, by the way, if you want to update your
A
Oculus.
phone is a
Of course it is.
car, right?
It's for the new Horizon Home.
And that might not be the best, and that's both like a really great
Special
I
because
think,
you get to
analogy
invite
that I
your
really
friends
made up
to
on the
your
fly.
home without having to go into an app.
Think about like
Special, I know.
home.
Yeah, special is in
assistant
something that
things,
should have been there
Alexa
from the
things,
beginning.
And those are kind of like
Yay!
home
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
systems, you know, like
But they
home
just
systems, like
roll everything that's
home AI systems, and
out
so
after it's been out for like a year.
But
Two. I
the
think it's
difference is
been
like
two.
those.
How
are
long
like-
has it been?
They're on
Don't
the
know.
go.
No?
They're flexible, right?
2. Yes, it was 2.
There we go. Now I
Okay.
turn the voice roll off.
Right.
Higher up.
So, yeah,
Yeah, so
So because-
let's see, what can I do to help?
this is like a
'Cause I'm
home.
right now just talking.
is
Well,
like,
honestly, you
a
keeping me
car.
company is
It's
pretty dang
low runner
helpful.
thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yay! I'm keeping you
You know,
insane. I mean,
If you want to
insane.
search something on your
Yes,
on your
sane,
PC,
not
where you
insane.
have a whole keyboard to type stuff,
I was gonna.
aren't used
Say
to
that.
always have mics and aren't used to always having a mic set up
I
on the
think.
PC. You know, they go and they type and they search stuff and they find stuff, right? You know, if they want to Google
But
something,
besides that, what can I
they're
do?
gonna open Google, and that's
Um,
one of the other big things is that the second browser war. had
well, I
come
kind of
and
just want to
killed
finish
Internet
this bit
Explorer,
so I can actually start trying to do something
and
CV2
Microsoft
like.
Edge died before it was born
Yay! Oh hey, I
So
lagged.
there's
Can you
gonna be-
repeat that?
because
I want to
it's
finish
because
this up and then that way I could do
Cortana,
something with
you-
CV2.
Bing and
So I'm thinking
Microsoft
that's how
Edge,
this is gonna be.
Gotcha.
Of course, it.
Oh yeah, so
hard time.
turns out they didn't release the CV2 door, but they added the CV2
Everybody
welcome mat.
was at that point
I
used
thought
to.
I saw something about that
you know,
because
that
the
default of Google, or
CV1
maybe
said
something else if
legacy.
they use something else. And so,
Yeah.
you know,
So hold on.
Why do you need a
Let me
CV2
real quick on
welcome
the
mat?
demo.
It's a welcome mat. You can't even
Potentially
configure it or like you can't even
Exactly. So
you can't even wire it to
I think
anything.
it's
So
like
That's a good point.
the wall.
That's a good.
the-
What if they change that?
The world was not in
don't
favor
know.
of that of
Let
Cortana.
me go in the menu. Let me tell you what they added for CV2.
And then they didn't.
I'm going into the rec room
right,
things
that's
so I can
not
see.
in favor, and they didn't make them any better.
hmm
Right.
Right.
And so,
If you go into
There
the
you go.
version, it'll tell you what they added in the recent version.
I actually
Circuits
have to
V2
go
update.
because
oh, sorry.
Actually, I'm gonna have to go right now.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Work
What I was
tomorrow.
So
Point out here.
Alright, Elijah.
This last sentence is Windows
the
7
audio sample is now not out of beta. It's
Mhm.
out of beta.
Elijah,
a lot like each other now, but also the Windows 7 one kind of reminds
God,
me
wait.
more of Mac. That was all I was
Lag.
gonna say. Sorry.
Lag. It's stuck.
No, yeah. No, you mean the Windows 11 one?
Well, yeah, the Windows 11 one, even the
Oh,
Windows
that's
7
it. Oh, wow.
is
That's...
more Mac than Windows 10 to me now.
Well, it doesn't tell me what it added because it was on the last patch and they patched it. That's
Yeah.
that's stupid.
Oh man.
Right? Yeah. Sorry.
Elijah.
No, not a problem. Hey, yo, we'll definitely have to chat another time.
Yep.
Definitely.
Elijah.
All right. Brian,
Wait,
I'll
wait,
talk to you
wait.
later, man.
He's talking-
Elijah, are you freaking even hearing me? Because I was gonna say bye.
Oh, hold on. Can't
Because I
hear
could
him.
hear you talking.
Hold on, friend. What's up?
I was saying bye because I could hear you saying that you had to go. So I was saying I'll see you later.
Brad?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I'm speaking loud and clear, man.
He's trying to say goodbye to you. And he's trying to
Wait,
talk to you
what?
because he's heard you were leaving, so he's trying to say goodbye before you leave.
Are you disrespecting your mother? You better not be
can't hear
disrespecting
you.
your mother.
You can hear
Or
you.
where? Wait. Sweet.
Snell. I'm joking.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's what I did. Okay. Say it. Say again.
I was saying that I could hear you telling Pyro they had to go, so I was just saying that I'll see you later.
Yeah, I
Boom.
actually.
Bum, 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 dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, bum. Dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, bum. Ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum,
Okay.
ba, ba, dum, ba, dum, bum, ba,
Yeah,
dum.
Elijah,
What?
I guess I'll just see you later. See you tomorrow or something.
Yes.
You spin
Alright.
me right round, baby,
Right
right
round.
round, like a
Right
record player, baby, right round,
Really turn
round.
Pyro back up.
I'm
What'd you say,
dizzy.
Pyro?
Steam has voice chat?
What again?
Holy shit, Steam has voice chat.
Yes, do my voice chat.
Like, you can...
Yeah.
You can call people on Steam like it's Discord.
Well, stupid like third-party Chinese knockoff of Discord, but yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's like Discord. It's not. It's
It's
not
just like
that.
text and like.
The thing is, it has a voice communication.
No, Dex, bro. This is what Dex. Guess what? Come here. Stop playing that. I want to show you something, Dex.
Oh yeah, it's copyright. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Bro, no, this is what we're gonna freaking play. Where is it? I gotta find it. Hold on.
Living life from the light from the new, I'm always on the run. Living life from the light from the new, it's always on the run.
Oh, that was not a grenade. Yellow.
What? What did he say?
I don't even. That's not even what I thought it was. Where's the stupid file? Head sound file.
File uploaded. File downloaded. File unuploaded. File insist.
Earlier this week. Yes. Earlier than.
Living life in the life of the new, I'm always on the run.
Hold on, let me find this.
Living life
I
in the
know
life
I
of the new, it's fun
downloaded it.
for everyone. It's fun for everyone. Living life in the life of a noob, I watch the rising sun. Living life in the life of a noob, I'm always on the
Oh, you weren't there for this. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yesterday, I started playing Titanfall 2
Your mom.
on master difficulty,
Dope.
and it did technically take me all day. But I had to go shopping, I had to go eat, I had
So what are you saying?
to stuff up. But
Mm,
over the course of only a couple hours,
yeah.
like probably less,
The duck.
like somewhere around the 3-hour net total period. Well, yeah. Well, wait a minute. I had like 19 hours
So much.
when I started playtime.
First two words.
When I started yesterday, and like those
Duck.
19 hours were like not like I don't know what I did.
I'm actually about to start
I left the game
laughing.
open for a really long time a while ago, and that's all it was. But yeah. So in roughly under 3 hours, I started and finished the game on the highest difficulty, on master difficulty,
That's pretty
and
good.
unlocked every single achievement. If you go into here, you'll see, like basic, like, like
So what do you
the
think about,
tutorial for the
this?
first time, 12th of
Where are you?
February.
Oh.
Do the
Hmm.
tutorial,
Here.
12th of
Oh.
February.
Sorry, my phone has got the laggiest internet quality.
Complete the
So
first
I'm just
part
gonna
of
spin in a
first
circle
mission,
until it starts.
uh,
So yeah.
February, right? And then the next time I played it was a little while later. Is beat the first boss. I did 2nd of June. And then I went back and replayed that level, and
I don't know if it's
and during that level,
if it's doing its
keep
thing or
two
It's
AIs
not.
from
really be
dying.
shorter than
Right, 2nd of
so
June.
it makes sense.
Start this level, 2nd of June.
Game
Start
lagged.
this part of this
It
level,
lagged.
2nd
It
of June.
lagged. That's not
And
the end of the
next
video.
time
It
I
just
played the game was
lagged.
in August last year.
Turn on my Wi-Fi for
And
this.
it was like, you know,
Turns up Wi-Fi.
just
Yeah.
right. And then there's no this is right. So I played it 12th of February, 2nd of June, and 11th of August.
Dude, my
And
brain
then-
just lagged out. Gosh.
So yeah, so I played it the 12th of February
Mm-hmm.
last year. And then I played it the 2nd of June last year. And then I
Mm-hmm.
played it the 11th of August last year. And I got like a third of the achievements, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today, in 3 hours, I completed the game on the hardest difficulty and got every single achievement.
That, my friend, is pretty good.
So, so actually, yeah, and that means I have the power.
Mm-hmm.
I could have bought Titanfall 2 100% of the game and got every achievement, and then applied for a Steam refund of Titanfall 2 and they would have given it to me, most likely.
Pretty good.
Huh?
Pretty good.
Oh, pretty good. I thought you said, are you good?
No, I said pretty good. Are you gonna do a refund or you just want to keep the game?
No,
Okay.
because I like Titanfall 2. It was a really, really good game. I own it on Xbox.
Ooh.
That's where all my hours are and all my progress is. But it's unplayable because it's being DDoSed. So now what I have to do is I have to go and buy, not buy. I have to go and download the Northstar client, drop that in the folder, and run that .exe when I want to play Titanfall. In order to join the custom servers, which aren't a shambling wreck and are usable. And through that, but then I'll have to regain all of my progress, which I had unlocked, as in like earned enough points to permabuy every single weapon in the game. Because like you level up, and then as you level up, like at this level you unlock this weapon, at this level you unlock this weapon, yada yada. But then you reach max level, and then you regenerate, and so you go back to level 0. But now you're Gen 2 level 0, but you lose all your unlocks except for purchases, because as you play the game, you earn credits and you save up credits and you buy something, and when you buy something with credits, it's permanently unlocked.
Okay, good.
Right. So when you regen, you don't lose it anymore, so that you can use it at level 1. So I had unlocked everything. I also had completed every single challenge required to earn all of the assassinations in the game. But that was it. I didn't. Sorry. And actually, no. I also leveled up every single weapon and Titan such that I could use because weapons also, they level up to level 20. You level up to level 50 and then you regen. All of your weapons level up to level 20 and then they regen. But all of the weapons have mods, and I believe the mods don't. There's a couple mods that unlock in the first generation, but they actually have stuff that takes multiple generations, and you don't lose anything when your weapons regen. Weapon regenning is like kind of pretty much completely different. But I had like every single weapon. I believe it was at Gen 5 or something. It was either every weapon I had it was Gen 10. And then me myself, I think I'm like Gen 20 something or Gen 30 something. One of the two. And then max level, max gen is G100.49. So generation 100 and level 49. Other than that, it was level 50. Or something. I don't know.
Bro, this room I'm making is actually freaking sick in this game. Need my friend to get in here.
But
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
okay, so on Northstar client, everything is unlocked actually. But you're also you're also at level 1. So even if I was like at Gen 20 on my on my PC copy of Titanfall, if when I launch Northstar client for the first time, I'm going to be at my pilot would be level 0, level 1 or whatever, in the on the client, on Northstar client. But Northstar client has everything unlocked by default.
Hey, Dex, look what I've done so
Jesus
far.
Christ. Hold on. I'm okay. We're good. We're good.
Holy
I was
shit,
lagging
that's
for a second. I'm good.
awesome. There's a Halo announcer mod from the Restaurant client.
What? It looks like a grill.
Come down here.
Come on, let me come down here. Oh no. Okay, we're good.
Pretty sick, right?
Oh god. Fireworks.
You can come up here.
That actually looks so cool. Oh,
You can-
hold on. Hey, you want to hear something funny?
Huh.
Hold on, let me get this position. You're welcome.
Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, you can come up here and walk over here.
I
And be
saw
able to
it
look out.
There we go. Dude, swear to God, if they don't stop firing off fireworks, I'm literally gonna call the LSPD on them.
Bro, dude, guess what I freaking want to play randomly sometimes?
Dude, when I get my headset card, you know what I wanna play on that thing?
I'm gonna add that to where when people first spawn in, that's the first thing they hear. They spawn in, they hear. That'd be funny, right?
So, when I get on my headset, there is a room I would like to show you that I found. No. Okay, we're good. I thought I was lagging. Anyway,
No.
it is, what's it called? It's called, where is it? The Man from the Window. Oh my god.
We
It's
ain't
terrifying.
doing it yet though. We'll do it when I'm in VR because that'll be freaking cool. Okay, but I need help. I have a job for you. You ready?
Yay, do it. No. Yep.
Fix this tower. Make it an actual thingy up here. Make an actual like add a roof and a railing.
It's kind of like a lighthouse.
Yeah. And then for stairs, I'm honestly just gonna have a ladder that's up the side. Either there, I'm just gonna have a button that people press and they get teleported up
I
here.
can make an elevator. I can make an elevator.
I might just have a button that someone presses and then get up there. Well, I need you to make the top first. So regardless of what we do for the climbing up, this needs to be done. Regardless.
Okay. I need to make your pen.
Okay. Yeah. This room, settings, game rules. No, it's permissions. Permissions. Host. Can edit permissions. No. Delete all. No. No.
Bro, you know I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, okay. Put that over there. Yeah, so I got a picture of you from far away. I don't know. It's on my body. It's still on my body.
Bruh. Okay.
Very cool.
I'm gonna have a big ass like wall that has stats. It's just gonna have a bunch of stats on it. So it's gonna be a bunch of. Are you listening?
Oh, dude, you gotta do that CV2. That's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be a wall right here, and it's gonna be all of our stats. So it's like how many people are trained, who's waiting to be trained.
Oh, it's gonna be.
All of our
That's gonna
trained
be a fun
people.
system to make. I can tell.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be fun, dude. I can hear the pain in your voice.
Text. Yeah, you know what it's gonna feel like, Dex, to make it?
Amazing.
No, it's gonna feel like this.
5 times a month.
I regret asking.
You didn't even ask.
Fair point.
I just did it.
You know what? Sure, just. Ah! Yeah. Dude, what the fuck is my foot itchy? I'm gonna fucking fuck my foot.
What?
You did not hear that.
That doesn't even make any sense. You're not physically able to do that.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
Don't worry me. I'm starting to worry. Oh shit.
That's so funny. I honestly forgot to pay my bills.
That's so funny. I forgot to suck on a stick.
Okay. Very much. Oh, dude, do you know how much I love tubes?
Tubes. Starting to freak me out about the tubes, though. Not gonna lie.
Tubes. Wait, what? What'd you say? What'd you say? I think I'm lagging. Oh, no, I'm not.
I said you started to worry me.
Oh, well, tubes are awesome, dude. I'm telling you right now, tubes, they get you where you need to go. If you know what I'm saying, I don't even know what I'm saying.
Trained players. Enter.
Have fun making whatever you're making. Yeah, stat board.
So we're trained players.
Yeah,
What's
I'm a-
another
I'm a-
stat
I'm a-
we need?
Trained players XP.
No, I'm not gonna do an XP system. Not yet. That's a bit complicated.
I know. Ah, tubes. I just want to fuck a tube, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's every single time you say that you love tubes, that's exactly what I think in my head. He's like, bro, he's gonna freaking like suck on that tube one day.
No, I'm not gonna suck. I'm gonna fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I'm trying to think about that, man. How? Oh, I get it. It's on grid? No, it's on surface. The hell? That looks odd. Why the hell did it do that? Nectus Mectus.
What?
I'm talking to myself.
I know.
It's nothing serious, I think.
Oh boy. Sounds like somebody's got dementia.
Nope, I've got AIDS.
I know.
What?
Key.
That sounds good. Okay, I'm done. No, I'm done.
Titanfall 2?
Oh
Playable?
my gosh,
No,
bro.
Pardon my French, but I'll suck.
We're gonna get it.
It's like my dicks, and I make sure.
But we need to
that
play
his
some music.
mom
What's some
doesn't
good
know
music to play?
yet.
Yes, Dax, I found the best music
the
to play.
Transformers thing.
Oh. Oh, that was not a grenade. Yellow.
This is some good music, bro.
Wait. I heard that. I heard what he said. I just heard what he said, dude. Stop playing for a second. I heard what he
Alex is a stupid.
Alright, I heard what he said.
That sounds like what happens when I just press all of the sound files on my soundboard at the same time.
Listen, I heard what he said. When there was a clattering sound, he said, "Is that a grenade?" He said, "No, it's not." That's what I heard. Listen again.
Oh, that was not a grenade. Yellow.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I know it. I know the
no, that's not
video,
a
bro.
grenade. Send it to me then.
It's because
I'll
it's a
eat
video
these
someone accidentally threw a grenade and then the guy winced, like he winced away from it, and then he's like, oh wait, no, that wasn't a grenade, and the other guy's like, yes it was. He's like, oh shit.
Let me look it up.
I'll just send it to you.
No.
It's a meme that my friend sent to me. Here. Here, let me send it to you. Here, I just DM'd it to you in Discord. I have so many memes right now, it's so freaking ridiculous.
Yes. I didn't know grenades were that small of explosions.
It's an airsoft grenade.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like boom boom grenade. Big boy grenade. That's probably the sound it would have made if it was a real grenade. But like more authentic.
Oh, for
sounding.
sure.
Don't mind me, just having a pancake session with my wife.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Should've said nothing, it's stupid like Cleveland. Who the hell is calling me at 9:27? Is it 9:27? It's 9:50. I am not answering that. Listen, you ever hear of Joe Biden? Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, your mom.
Take
You're
that
welcome.
offensively, man.
You should.
Joe Biden raped my uncle Timmy. I'm joking. What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? Oh my God. Anyway, so this is my railing design. I want your opinion. This is just a little piece of it. This is one little itty bitty little titty railing. So I want your opinion on this.
Itty
All
bitty
tubes,
little
100%
titty.
tubes. All tubes, right here. I don't even see you. Where the hell are you?
Is your problem?
Where the hell are you?
Yeah, I already saw it. It's pretty freaking dope. You just
Yeah,
gotta
what do
fix
you
this
think?
bottom piece right here, but yeah. Put that around the edge, and that'll be
What the
great.
bottom piece? What the hell bottom piece?
It's coming out the bottom.
Oh, what the hell, man?
Hey, yo, what the hell, man? Come
no
on,
one's gonna
man.
see it. It actually kind of makes a cool design. If I'm being honest, it makes a cool design on the
Yeah,
bottom.
can you?
No, I'm keeping it.
No.
You can't physically delete it. You can't physically. You can't physically delete it. It's tubes. You can't delete parts of the tube.
You can move parts of the tube out of the way, can't you?
Yeah, but I don't want that. Yeah, but I don't want that. I like that design. It makes it look like a no.
Hello.
Fixed.
See, that's what happens when you move the tube. It does that.
Then okay, then move it in a little bit. Move the whole freaking thing. Move the whole thing in a little bit.
Okay. Alright. No, okay. Let me do that.
Like that, because
You
it doesn't
made me
have to be
grab
all the way at the
everything
edge like that. Because I'm sorry, but I don't like that since edge. I said edge, bitch. Hey, did you see that
edge,
picture
you
that I
said
saw?
edge.
Did you see the picture I sent in Discord?
Oh, I'll be back.
The-
Oh,
the-
never mind.
My server, my server one.
No.
Yo, go look in my server.
You're not done editing it.
Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm not editing it. I just dropped my pen.
Now you're not.
Well, it didn't say stop editing, so I don't know. Vic.
I like kids.
I like kids. Hey, yo, what the fuck? No.
No, yes.
Hey, yo, what?
No. Oh, you like kids? Y'all suck yours off too. What the? Sorry, that means. Peter Griffin here with Jackass, the #1 drink that you can't swallow.
Hey, yo, what the hell? Why did it respawn me over there when the vector's right here? That doesn't make any sense. What the?
Yeah, but I make sense in your pet. Oh, that's a cool railing design. I kind of like it.
Wait. What did you say, Dax? I'm sorry.
I like this railing design. What?
Excuse me?
Did I say something?
Yeah, you did. Did I stutter? Yes. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. You just did. Right now.
I know. Do you have a problem? Yes, you do.
Suck a cock. Go suck a cock.
No.
Maybe I will.
Maybe I will. Does my own count? Does my own count? Does mine count? Is that a thing?
That's actually a thing. You know, there's a world record for the person that can suck his own cock in the fastest time possible. That's the thing.
Why is that? How is that the fastest time? I don't get the fastest time part. What does that do?
Fastest time is 2 minutes.
What?
Best time is 2 minutes.
That's how long it took him to do what?
Suck his own cock.
That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any.
Reach it somehow.
Yeah, it don't take that long.
They do.
The hell? No, it don't. Take like 30 freaking seconds, bro. The hell is your problem?
What the hell? Now if I hit that button, boop! Oh, wrong way. Oh shit.
What the hell is a
There
vector
we go.
crack? God, gadget. What the hell is a vector
crack.
crack?
It's the stuff that Vector poops out of.
No, it's a type of drug, idiot.
Vector's not a drug. It's a type of circuit.
Vector crack is a
Yeah.
drug, idiot.
Vector's crack. That was the most Peter Griffin thing I've ever done.
Yo, what the
Oh, dude, finish the rail lane, by the way.
I don't understand what these vector things mean. What do they mean? I don't get it. What are they?
I finished the rail lane like you said.
I don't give a shit about the railing anymore. I want to figure out what the hell these vectors mean.
You're rude, you meanie. You this way like talk. Alright, cool. There we go. Boom. Boom.
Position. Power. What the hell?
Doggy style.
Okay, too far for a live stream.
No, a second. Is that a little racist? Is that a little racist? Is that a little racist? I don't know. I can't tell. Is that a little
Man,
racist?
would
That's
you
a little
just
racist.
shut the fuck up, please? Thank you very much.
No.
Shut your bitch ass up.
No. Cause I'm not a bitch, I'm a female. Get it right.
Shut your female ass up.
Oh my god.
Sounds so.
Shut
Shut your bitch ass up.
Life isn't about lemons, you know what it's about?
Your
I don't know
mom.
what the fuck it's about. I do meth and crack.
I do meth and I do crack, so shut the fuck up.
I do cracker doodle do, brother.
Drink meth and snort
I hate
crack.
that. I don't want to laugh like that. I do brack. I do brick. How about you? I do bricks.
Snort meth and drink crack.
You don't drink meth.
I know. That I know. Fine. I mean, I guess
You
I
do
could.
snort meth though.
What the? Smoke meth
And you
and
do
snort
snort
crack. You can snort and drink and freaking. I don't care anything. It's not the point, bro.
No, you can't.
Fine then.
You know what I feel about
Fine then.
this?
You know what? Drink meth and snort beer.
I was gonna spawn in a
That's
Star
so
Wars ship,
stupid.
but then I don't have invention spawns.
Why would you do that?
I honestly can't remember.
What the hell would you do that for?
I don't know. I was hoping you didn't have me have permissions to spawn inventions, and I was correct. And my sister's yelling like she found out her dead pregnant uncle is dead.
What the? What? No. Wow. Get position. Ooh.
Oh.
Look at what I made. It's beautiful. You can fly, you know. It ain't done yet, obviously. It's far from done, but it's not that bad so far.
Very nice. So have you just been building this on your stream?
Yep.
Oh, very nice. I'll have to review this.
Here, I will give you. There, you have Mega Pen rights.
Okay. Huh? It's very nice. Very, very nice. I came along to see how the thing was coming. Because I did say that I would be here later, so I am here.
Yeah.
That's a beacon.
Yes.
Not a respawn point.
No, I know.
You need a respawn. Oh.
I'm trying to do the CV2
Okay, well-
version, so I'm trying to get some sort of object here because I can output that as a freaking vector.
Okay, well, I'll check in with you a bit later then.
Yep. This ain't gonna work, is it? No. What? Nah.
Okay, I'm back.
Get rotation. Well, I think this freaking works. Holy shit.
Okay then. Alright. I got an idea in my mind. Let me see if this would look good. Night! I don't really mean it. I'm joking. Let's put that there. I've got an idea in my head. Okay. You listen. You better be listening.
Just do it. If it's an idea and you think I'll like it, then just do it.
Alright.
Honestly, I trust you. If player has role.
Cool. I know how to do my idea.
Then respawn here. If they don't, respawn them here.
Okay, this might work out. I hope it does. See, go over to create. Put it on tubes. How's that look? A little rough, to be honest, a little rough. Precision. Oh, that was perfect. Alright, cool. Now, rotate at a certain angle. And then shrink. Shrink it. That sounds good. Shrink. Is that seriously at an angle? God. How is it at an angle? It's not even. It's on a straight plane. How can it be on an angle if it's on a straight plane?
I don't know. How can it?
That doesn't make any sense on how it's now angled. Maybe it would have been better if I did it on the floor. Yeah. I think that'll be good. And now if I rotate it, it won't look so awkward. Yes. Perfect. Oh, damn. It's at an angle.
Bruh.
And I fixed it. I think. Did I? Looks slightly weird.
Bro, what's up,
Holy-
Cynthia? Actually, Dax, I'm gonna do the crazy thing again where I'm actually gonna put all of the freaking CV2 inside of the actual one big chip thing.
Oh god.
Yo.
Alright, so now.
Okay, so.
That's perfect. Okay, now I can turn it back on grid. Perfect. Now push it in a little bit. Just gonna. Yeah, about there would look good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that looks so good. Yo. That's so cool looking. I'm sorry for sounding like an actual Dumbo. Hold on, here in a second, you gotta come check this out. Yeah, you know, that looks fine, in my opinion. Cool. Nope. Nice. Come here, Varl.
Not bad. It doesn't use too much ink. That's
Not
pretty good.
bad, kid.
Not bad, kid. Not
It's
bad at
tabs.
all.
It's tabs.
I know, but well then, good.
Hello? Okay. That looks amazing. I like the look of that. I'm just gonna change the background so it looks a little bit better. Yeah, it's more noticeable. How did he?
He finally joined, bro. I invited him like forever ago. Like, holy shit, bro. Why'd it take you so long?
I have no idea.
How do you like this?
Like, hey. Ooh. Ooh. What are you guys doing?
Military base.
Cheeseburger house.
Base.
Yeah, for our new military cheeseburger and turquoises.
Okay, I'm done. No, I'm out of here. No.
It's from my friend.
I'm not changing my name.
No. I'm making it specifically so you don't have to change your name, bro. Come on, bro. You know me better than that. We just talked about how I hate that people have to do that. So I'm making this. I'm making this a freaking like CV2 military base. Oh my goodness.
We just talked about this. What do we need to do? Oh, that was cool. What is it now? I know that was military, like.
Don't know yet.
You guys, I did that the camp base that's right here? Or no? Dad, where'd you go?
Oh, I'm making the penis tower.
What are you making?
Nothing.
What are you making?
A tower, lookout tower.
Right tower. Right tower. This is my house. Get out.
Hold on a second.
No.
Yes, get out.
I'm in.
No.
6 feet.
No.
COVID. Okay. Finding oh god. He keep the house. Okay, I'm gonna have this house. Yeah, look at your house right here.
There's no houses.
Oh, yeah, I have this house right here.
There's no houses in this. This is a military.
Oh, I'm gonna make this my living room right here. Put a TV right here, couch right here. We're gonna put a pool table right here, put a few more couches in here. So I'm gonna make this my bedroom. Yeah, that's the bedroom.
How are we gonna tell that there's no houses?
Right here. What do you mean? There's no house right here. What's right here? You talking about? There, look. There, come here. Look at my house. Come here. Come on. Come here. Stop being belly. Look at my house. This is not holding guns. Hello? Friend, I think your friend died. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's gonna go in a minute now. He's dead.
No.
Hey, friend. You wanna see my house?
Turn the stupid ass voice changer off.
I'm kind of busy. Can I have a voice changer? Settings. Oh, I actually do have a voice changer. I think I got the one. That. Oh, so you want to see my house? You want to see my house? Yeah. Where you at?
I'm working on something.
I'm back. Sorry to answer a call.
That's fine.
Alright, Dex.
What?
Look at my house.
What?
Come look at my house.
No, you don't have a house.
Come look at my house, please. Let's go.
You live in a 2-room apartment.
This is my house right here.
No, this is not your house.
What is?
So you're gonna live in a tower with no way of getting down.
Yes.
And no food. And no water. And no maker pen permissions.
Friend.
What?
Hey, Viral, could you like speak for like 20 seconds, just a non-stop for a good minute? For 20 seconds?
Why can't he do it? Because I'm trying to do this.
Okay, perfect. You just help me. Thank you. That's enough. Why is this stuff here?
Did a good job.
Yep, amazing job.
Yeah. Okay, A+.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Was it A?
No.
You make the time out, right? Hey, okay, should I beat your game again?
Huh?
I want to beat the system in this game.
Christian, did you look in the Discord, by the way?
I don't have it at the Discord in a long minute.
That's odd.
What are you doing, man?
You'll see.
There's nothing done right here.
It's in the actual chip of this trigger volume.
Okay. What's in here?
So top one.
So, Fun, can you find me, Fun?
So top one is if they have the rolls. So that's the one that's on the inside.
That's
What?
you didn't work on
What?
the same thing. You didn't work on the same thing for like 30 minutes.
Okay. Is there a problem with that?
Yes. I want some. Can I grab a sniper or shotgun? Where it is?
All right, let's go. Dex, guess what I did?
In my underwear.
Dex, guess what I did?
What?
Can I grab it?
I made a completely CV2
What's the
way
what's the CV2?
of respawning people
Ooh,
based
cool.
upon where their
I didn't
role
do that.
is. I mean, what role they have.
Okay, so I know there's like 5, 6, 8, 10 different roles there. Hey, friend, can I build? On how building?
Yeah, give me a second.
Huh?
Yeah, let me give me a second.
I got you, cause I wanna make the best build ever. I got you. I've been practicing.
Oh, that felt good. I cracked my rib.
I'm like Bill Gates, but better. Welcome.
Where's the handle? There it is.
Friend,
Huh.
come here. I'm doing my expressions, come here.
Time.
Huh?
I just told Agent, I forgot to tell you he does that from time to time.
What, this?
I know him for a while.
Bro.
He does this all the time.
Friggin' Christian, tell me this doesn't sound like literally me hitting every single sound effect on my sound pad.
Let's go.
Alex is a stupid.
Doesn't that sound like me hitting every key on my sound pad? It does. I know. I know, bro. Oh, fine.
Yay! I'm the best builder in the world.
Alright, you have it now.
Hey, Zach, can you
Alright, this is our building music, everybody.
You can go work on, I can tell you what you can go work on. You can go work on adding the terrain.
I can't
Work on terrain.
Wow, shut the hell up. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
No.
You can go, Christian, you can go work on terrain.
Don't talk to my homie like that.
You know what? Just because he said that, I'm gonna make it as loud as I can.
Go work on terrain.
What? I can't.
Go work on terrain, bro.
Okay, I got it. Okay, what's the terrain? I got. I'm gonna switch this to it. Okay, let's see. So we have some like Gotcha. TV like this again. We go boom, boom. We got like a little wall here, and like a small wall, so that kind of like no, I'm just gonna put that in the front. I'm gonna
Bum 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 bum
these are like a great texture. Great texture. But I'm gonna delete this for now. I'm gonna put this in the front because we like kind of like like so things that people come in, protect like that, to protect the place like that. Hey, friend, where's the red line gonna go? Where's the red line gonna go?
Don't know.
Because if you know where the red line's gonna go, then I could build some like some defense, some things around it.
Why'd you delete the trigger volume? Put it back, asshole. Dumbass piece of shit. I'm kidding.
Off my belt off and beat you up. Yeah, I'll put my belt on. Why are you eating my food? Eating my food. The other line's gonna be like over here, so I'm feeling good and like right here. Okay, this is a good time. Look.
Calm down. I'm doing stuff.
Okay, well, that's what I'm gonna do right there. Hold on, right here. Right. I kinda like that. I'm not doing this one with my legs, but that's actually really good, actually. Well, that's really good. Okay. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna...
Christian, come fly over here real quick. Yay, it says two.
I was up to the
Set text.
Oh, okay, this is how I got out of here. Okay, another one touch now, please. So I'm assuming that this is gonna be right here, okay? So I'm put it like kind of like right here, maybe. All I was exactly what things in it at though. I'm actually gonna keep it there, we go, boom. Okay, I want to be on my shoulder, and I thought, right, I see what this. I'm gonna little model, like trying to hide into this one. A little bit just in case you need to, you know. Like more like that, pop it, boom. Let's pop it like that. Let's pop it right here, right here. I think that's too short, maybe. That's really too short. I'm gonna make it like kind of push a little bit after that's good. I'm gonna make it like a gray texture. I'm making a gray texture on it. Oh. Like a gray texture on this one. I need to recolor, like I recolor this one. I color gray, everything gray here. Because No, I think just straight gray gonna be good. Straight gray. Just straight gray would be good. Okay, I want to make a friend did it with the markings like that. We'll do the same thing so it matches with that right there. That'd be cool.
Dex, come here. Come here, behind you.
I mean, that actually doesn't look bad. Come here.
Oh, look at this.
How does it look, friend?
Have you seen this done in another base before? And they all need it. Okay? Players that need training. Watch. Stand here and watch this. I'm gonna go to the training thingy.
Oh, wait, what?
See, Christian, come over here too. Christian, come over here. Come over to the training thingy. Christian, get your ass over here. See? And then if I leave, it goes down. See? Cool, right? Don't we? Can't we agree that every single freaking base in the existence needs this? Yes.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
All right, they're
Move forward,
closed.
Move forward. Okay.
I already know what you did. You did this. You made a block. Oh my goodness, I got better things to do.
No. It's military, right? It's like a military,
I know it's a blockade, bro. I know.
It was them right here, and then you can start shooting people. Kind of like real life a little bit, because real life they stand by the thing. Is that cool, friend?
Yeah.
Does that do the job?
Trained.
I feel like the protection. I can do protection.
Host auto assigned game roles.
Why?
Players are in need of record. Nope.
Oh god, I can't go chat with him alone. Oh, let's go chat.
Players are in need of training. Players are in need of training. That's good.
No. Hey. What should I do next?
I don't know.
Friend.
Wait a second.
Friend.
Shut up.
Friend.
I think you lagged out.
Yeah.
Finally. Hold on, let's see if this is good. Alright, here. Go step in the player thingy. The thing that checks for
Alright,
people
what'd
that
you
need to
do?
be trained. I'll say, players are in need of training. And then it just doesn't work. That's great.
It worked. I heard it.
There you go. Cool.
It must have been a delay for you, but I heard it immediately. You should have said players are in need of training.
It's
Get
one
your
player
dirty
to-
asses out of here.
I actually like that. Players are in need of training. Yeah, I kind of like that. Here, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna go back in there. I'm gonna see if I.
Although I wouldn't do that only because every single time someone goes in the...
I'm joking.
Well, I
Players
wouldn't do
are in
that.
need of training.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because it's gonna get annoying when
Players are
people
in
go
need of
like this.
training. Players
And
are in
people
need
are
of
just gonna
training.
keep on going in and out
Players
and
are in need
in
of
and out.
training.
That's the only reason I wouldn't do that.
I should have a limit. I should have a limit to like 5 people go in. It's gonna be like players are in need of training.
We can work on that, but
We'll
that's
do
something that's not necessary at the moment. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna do that though. It's okay.
I mean, yeah, you can. If you want to work on that, go right ahead. By all means.
What can I work on?
You can work on your mouth. No, I'm kidding.
Gotta look through here.
You can work
Single
on
player
your
area, definitely.
mom.
See, player definition, player get all with tag, player get. It's not here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna change it. Shit, go back. Yellow tape.
Yellow tape.
I'm gonna change it from an audio to something else. Players are in need of training. Shut up.
I know, that's why I'm thinking, like, that's gonna get really old really
My voice
fast.
is very annoying, so like just
That too.
only on specific things. Show notification. Let's see if this looks good. Alright, let's test this out here in a second. Alright, AD channel, would you please kindly go inside of player training area?
I'm not allowed to talk.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna go over here. That's a little underwhelming, honestly. Let's see what happens if you spam it. It'll just be like flashing on the screen. No, you can't spam it really. Oh, yes you can. That's annoying. Let's try it now.
Hey, Dax.
Damn it! Why is it not working? Oh, I wired the wrong thing.
There's something broken.
What'd you do?
What do you think I did?
Why is it just... Okay, there we go. I was like, what the hell? Step in. Yep, alright, works. Cool, 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 cool.
The thing doesn't work though. No, it didn't.
Should start any second now. 3, 2, 1. Nope, okay. What's gonna happen any second now? There it is.
Well,
I put a delay on it so people can't spam it and it won't be as annoying.
Your voice or this or this changing? Because I want this changing to be immediate.
Oh no, I mean like when people go in the training zone, it says there's players in the training zone. It doesn't say, it just pops up on your screen.
I'm gonna stand there. Is it changing?
Stand in it for 15 seconds and it'll pop up. Should happen in like a few seconds.
Players are in this training zone. Okay, I'll do that. Good shit, dog. Hold on, wait, I making this a sniping tower up here?
No, it's a watchtower. It's for sniping, but it's also for watching.
Oh, I put a sniper in there.
I was trying to go for that, but I kind of want to make a CV2 one, not like an actual just normal sniper, just a way to make my, you know, my own.
Well, you want me to delete it?
Yeah, please, that'd be nice.
I got you.
I'm gonna try to work on one right now, so. Yellow tape.
Yellow tape.
Yellow tape.
What are you guys doing for this area right here?
Yellow tape.
Yellow tape.
He's like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Yellow tape.
Yellow tape.
Black tape.
Hell no.
Oh yeah, I got an idea for something. Hold on, I'm gonna try and do this real quick. Let's see if it'll look cool. So, this.
What are you guys doing for this area right here? Fred.
What?
Hey, where you at? Where you at? Fred, what are you doing for this space right here?
A sniper range. Well, just shooting range in general.
I want to put some snipers, guns in here.
No, don't spawn any props. We're not doing the props yet.
Oh, no pops?
Yeah, no props.
I think I can make a, okay, hold on. I want to do something.
I just want to test this real quick, see how it'd look.
I'm gonna have to continue working on this part tomorrow.
Yeah, you have to go.
Yeah. Alright, chat, I
I
gotta
can
go.
keep working.
Alright, good. You can just save the room when you're done.
Yeah.
Alright, chat, I gotta go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Goodness. Peace out,
I'll
y'all.
do it, Dax.